The You Are Here podcast is brought to you by Anchor.fm. Anchor is the easiest way to make a podcast right now. Everyone asks me, Mike, how did you get your podcast made and what are you doing? And all I can say is Anchor gives you everything you need basically for free to upload your podcast, create it, edit it, everything you got to do to distribute your podcast and get it to everyone.
Right. And they give you tools, right? So they have these creation tools that allow you to edit your podcast, and it's the quality of it's really, really well done. You'll have a good product by the end of it. And you can easily start making money for your podcast, whatever listenership you have.
Yeah, and so they make it really easy for you to monetize your podcast. No minimum listenership, and basically, guys, download the Anchor app or go to Anchor.fm to get started.
Bang, bang.
He stands for chance. Nobody stands for chance.
Jeff's in my favorites in my phone now. He's so funny, dude.
3, 2, 1.
Are you guys?
Welcome to the You Are Here podcast.
Wow.
How does that sound?
It's
You know?
appropriate.
We're in
You
a
are
cave,
God.
dude.
What do
You
you
already got.
Is it a cave or a stage? Welcome
what's-
to You Are Here podcast, episode 31. Well, that feels weird.
It does feel good.
We got upgrades.
We got
Before we
some
start, we
upgrades.
got little upgrades. We all have headphones, so
Yeah.
excuse us if this is kind of weird. We got
Excuse us if
effects.
the headphones
We
are-
got effects. Episode 31. Guys, you can find the podcast on Apple Podcasts,
Yeah.
Spotify. Everything's back on Spotify.
Yes.
Castbox, Podbean, Anchor, www.youareherepodcast.co. We could not afford the M.
Bang.
Man,
That's a
today,
punch, though.
guys,
That's the punch.
beautiful podcast. We were hyped before this.
Yo.
We're kind of high energy right
We're
now.
high energy.
But
It's
right
warm
now-
in here, bro.
Let's turn on the AC. Today we have a special guest.
Yes.
Ariel Pacheco.
Oh,
shit. Man.
Oh, shit.
Writer,
That
are you
guy.
Introduce
Rapper.
us right here. Introduce him.
extraordinaire?
Yes.
I wrote some things down.
Yeah.
Let me get my cheat sheet.
Go ahead.
From Random Acts of Flyness,
Oh,
High
shit.
Maintenance,
Oh shit.
and many other things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ariel's super talented and amazing person. And just from meeting him for not even that long, I love him.
Yeah.
He's
there
great.
you go.
I feel the
Right?
same way.
Yeah.
I feel the same way when I met him. Like, dude, I can't wait. You could ask him on the car right
Yeah.
over here. It's like,
Kept
can't wait to
saying.
see Mike. Can't wait to see him.
Yo, and little shout out to Random Acts of Flyness. I checked it out a little bit.
Yo.
It's awesome.
Isn't it wild?
It's got like this like cinema verite, like
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know.
yeah.
I love it.
Dude.
It was awesome.
It's insane.
Yeah.
that was
so
super
dope.
Dave,
So
Dave,
dope.
some words about Ariel. What's up?
What am I going to
What's
say,
up,
dude?
What's up?
What am I going to say about Ariel, bro? Just gigantic-hearted human being. Genuinely great person, a protector of brothers and sisters.
Yes.
You truly are like a keeper of your brothers and sisters, man. I feel so safe around you. You take care of me in a lot of ways.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You
yeah.
do. You really do. Every time I'm around Ariel, like I feel safe. Like I feel like he's got my back.
Dude,
Yeah.
And that's such a rare quality. And so that's what I chat you out for. But also you're super talented everyone knows. You're a talented artist. You're a talented actor. You're very supportive. We just had a long discussion in the car. And I wasn't in like a super motivated place. And I
Yeah.
feel much different being around you. So thanks, man.
Well,
Ariel Pacheco.
I love you, and you always have it in. I love. It's great that you say you feel safe.
I do.
You know what I mean?
I do.
'Cause I want people to feel their best all the time.
For sure.
It's
For sure.
just- Yeah.
You
Especially
bring,
people that I love, though.
Yeah,
You deserve
yeah,
it. You
yeah.
deserve to feel
Thanks, dude.
your best at all.
You bring
Thank you, man.
the best qualities I think out of people
Yeah.
that you're around.
Yes.
So Ariel Pacheco, episode 31 of the Your Hair podcast. Let's clap it up.
Woo!
Welcome to the
Thank
podcast,
you.
bro.
Damn.
Yo, too nice for real.
Dude,
But
we just
Here we are, man.
We just heard some wild shit. I can't wait. I can't wait. I just heard some Ariel spit some fucking bars. We all went around. And
We all went
and did
around in a
some raps.
circle, and man,
and I felt pretty good about mine.
once he said throw on the Wu-Tang Forever beat, I was like, oh,
Yeah.
all right,
I didn't
all
know,
right,
bro.
we're
I
out of
didn't
here.
know, dude.
yo,
I can't wait for this to drop. So, are we allowed to talk about something today? I know you reached out to your manager.
she did not hit me back up,
Okay,
but
so
I
what's
could
the-
say, but I could say the show.
You can.
I'm gonna say it. I'm not gonna give away any story
Okay.
details.
Cool.
Or
Okay,
anything.
great.
Say it.
So we got big
Or
news.
not. I'm not on there anymore.
Just you get a call on
God.
Thursday.
Yo.
Yeah, dude. Fuck.
Fuck. Dude.
Yeah, no.
If you
don't
hear
say
anything,
that.
just
Knock
let
on
us
wood.
know. We can take it up.
Oh yeah. But
Yeah.
I think it'll
No, we'll
be
be fine.
Yeah.
We'll be fine.
It'll be fine. Yeah.
You just booked a pretty big.
yeah.
thing,
Wait, what?
Small,
Oh yeah, surprise, Mike.
small thing on a Showtime pilot.
Ooh.
It's already out there. The
Yeah.
show is out there online. It's called How to Make Love to a Black Woman Who Might Be Going Through Some Shit. Lena
wow.
Waithe executive produced it,
Shout out.
and wonderfully talented Naima Ramos Chapman is directing the pilot.
Shout out.
And she
Big
was the
shout
one that
out.
worked on Random Acts
Wow.
and with Terrence.
Yo,
So
respect, love, shouting
Big.
her out, dude.
She's awesome. She's amazing.
Yeah.
Follow her. Watch her
Congratulations,
films.
man.
Dude,
Yeah, for
thank you.
sure.
I'm excited. I'm excited about it. It's one day. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I can't wait to see her.
Yeah.
That's,
Yes.
That's
Yeah,
the thing
yeah.
I'm excited about. I haven't seen her in a
Boy.
long time,
Man.
so
Yeah.
it'll be fun.
Yeah,
I think it's
man.
gonna be good.
I'm excited
I think the
for you,
show's. I
dude.
think the show's actually gonna be good.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. We'll be
Yeah.
watching. We'll
For
be
sure.
tuning
Yeah.
in. When it comes out, we'll or when it's about to come
We'll
out,
post out.
We'll shout
Yeah,
it out. and we'll
yeah,
get
no,
everyone to look
I'll
and watch.
be sharing the shit. out of
Yeah,
it.
dude.
Yeah. So
Well, you are here, man.
Welcome.
How's it feel? What's going on with you inside your chest right now? You're so honest all the time. I want to just know what's going on.
right now I'm burning up inside my chest, not physically. I might am more, but I'm burning
Some
up
heartburn.
with inspiration. I got heartburn.
Oh,
I need some
cool,
Tums.
man.
Shout out to your sponsor.
Shout out Tums. Tums.
I feel excited after what just happened.
Cool.
So it excited me for the EP. And it
Yes.
excited me.
Talk a little about it. A little about it.
A little about it.
Little.
Little bit.
Little about it.
Little bit about it.
Talk a little bit about it.
Take a little bit about it.
You know, if you want to talk a little bit about it. It's a little bit about
Oh,
it.
shit.
It's a cooking recipe.
Yeah.
You got a little bit about it.
Y'all make you sound like a girl with these effects
Oh,
right now.
don't mess with effects, dude.
You're like little bit.
Yeah,
So
man.
it's disappearing. Yeah, I'm working on an EP because Adam Louder, dear friend
Who's
of mine.
that, dude?
Who's that? Yo,
Stop. Let's can
Also,
we edit that
basketball
out?
also
player.
known as Dave's boyfriend.
No, bro, we broke up.
the plosive.
We broke
though, Dave's
up, dude.
boyfriend.
Listen,
You broke up?
We broke up,
Y'all
dude.
broke up?
Yeah, man.
We're gonna get back together,
He
man. The
don't
passion's
call-
too strong.
I call him. He don't call me. It's a one-way street.
Oh, if he's hearing this right
He
now.
knows
Yo.
it. It's no surprise.
He
dude.
knows it.
He knows it. I call him way more than he calls me.
Everybody wants Adam. He doesn't have time. Everybody, we
don't
all
have time
have the
for
same. We have group meetings Sunday mornings about like.
I'm done.
I tried to talk to Adam today,
Yeah.
and he was too busy. He
Yeah.
was out of town.
Nope. No more. I learned to love myself, and that's all I need.
Adam's
Oh,
awesome.
what
It's-
nice.
That's
good.
all I
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah. And I'll cross you up.
Oh, he's still at it. He's still at it. I love, dude.
Oh,
Adam.
I love that. He's so comfortable.
It's a joke.
You
All
said-
right, dude, relax. It's a fucking joke.
when
I
he
love
was
you.
like, at one point, I have to stop playing with my left hand.
He really
Died-
was
died
offended, dude.
listening to it,
It really
man.
offended him. We had to talk.
We had to talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when you guys come on here, y'all are like, oh my god.
Oh my god!
I love you.
I saw it. Y'all were.
Oh man.
Whatever, dude.
It's real. It's real love.
All right,
man.
let's get
Stop
down
trying to
business.
steer the show,
Let's get down
bro.
to business. I want to ask you something.
Oh, okay.
How was the fundraiser, man? What the,
Yes.
the fundraiser,
Fundraiser.
man. We could actually talk about it.
We
now,
can
'cause
talk
it
about it
happened.
now. It was awesome, dude. Shout out to everyone who came out to show support and love.
Yes.
Shout out to Jeff, my boy at the West.
Yes.
Jeff
Thank you to the
Jeff
West. man.
Davis.
Jeffy
also
Davis.
a dear friend of mine.
Love you, dog. Thank you for helping to set it all up. And
Great person. Hilarious person.
He's the shit.
Great writer.
he's the shit. You're in my favorites now, dude.
Yeah,
My
you're on his favorites on Dave's phone. I'm not on there yet.
Ariel's close to getting
I'm
promoted.
close, not there yet.
No, but Jeff just jumped the line somehow. I don't know how he did it.
He's like,
He's so funny.
I'm gonna
dude.
go on. It's like-
He's so funny. No, but thank you for everyone who came out and showed love and support. We raised some money, and I had a great time.
Yeah.
Drank a little too much.
Yeah. I saw that.
Ended up in
Saw that, dude.
Ended up in Ariel's bed.
Mhm.
5 a.m.
Yep.
Yo, the funniest thing is I was looking out for you because I was like, man, Dave, like I was looking out for you, man.
Yeah, you were.
And then like, you know, I was with a friend.
Yeah.
I was looking back. I was like, there's Dave. All right, we're cool.
Mm-hmm.
And like Ariel You told me that Ariel's taking care of him.
Yeah.
You know, you're
He
gonna
was.
go over
He
your
got me.
place.
That's what I mean by
Yo,
safety.
I
I
go outside for 2 minutes. I come back. Dave's gone.
Ghost.
Dave's gone. And Ariel's sitting there at the bar alone. I'm like, yo, Ariel. What's up, dog? I'm like, where's Dave at?
Hit the ghost.
And yo,
This is how we bonded. This is how we became friends. Like, I'm just there. Hey man, what the fuck is wrong? Crying.
But I asked him, I'm like, yo, where's Dave at? I thought you were gonna be with him because everyone's leaving.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, dude, I don't know where he went. I was like, what? Are you kidding me? I go out, I'm looking for you on the street, dude. I'm like, Dave.
He was worried.
He was worried.
was like,
But it ended up
I
all
was
right.
saying
It
we
ended
were
up
all
all right.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I was worried.
No, dude, that's funny.
He's a protector too.
He said,
though.
yeah.
Mike
He
is
said,
also
I asked
protector.
her where you were, and he goes, I don't know. And he's like, what do you mean you don't know? No, bro. No, but that was all good, dude.
That was
Yeah,
a
just
fun
drank a
night,
little
man.
too much.
Fun night.
But I had a great time. I really had a great
was a
time.
great night.
And
Shut up.
it was like the coolest thing was seeing everyone in the room together.
Yes.
When I got to like just fucking look at everybody for a second, I felt like time froze, and I was like, oh wow.
Yeah.
I got a lot of support in this room, man. I feel
Yeah,
a lot of
man.
love. I feel
Yeah,
a lot
man.
of like actual people here for me and for my team, and like believing in something that came from like my heart onto a page. It's just crazy.
You thought no one was gonna show up.
For sure.
Yeah.
For
Your
sure.
biggest
Yeah, you were
fear was
nervous.
that 0 people.
But it was real. I was really believing like
That's
it's
why
gonna
I
be
couldn't
you
talk you out of it.
and
I
you.
could just
Yeah.
tell you, I'm sure people are gonna show up because I know that's gonna live in you, no matter
You
what.
tried.
It's
I don't know.
legitimate
I believe.
How often do you have to like whisper in my from our interactions
Yeah.
these past like year and a half?
Yeah.
How often is the time we spend like me having a fear and you like, I'm sure that's not what it's gonna happen.
Probably 3 or 4 times a minute in every conversation that we've had. I've had to remind you, people love you.
Dude, I feel like Dave's one of those people that anyone would. If he was like, I'm gonna stand in this corner
Stop.
and do nothing.
Yes.
Someone be like, all right, I'm gonna show up.
Stop,
yeah,
dude. Stop.
because you don't give
Enough.
yourself enough credit for being
Yeah.
compelling and caring and also loving.
Dude, just accept it.
Yeah,
I don't know, dude.
believe it or not, people
I-
like that shit.
Yeah.
People
Ariel
like
Pacheco's
people who are
on the
nice.
podcast today, dude. Episode 31.
You're not getting away from this, bro. You're not
Yeah.
getting away from this.
He just rapped a crazy verse, dude. And no, I'm just hyped, man. Your fucking EP is gonna drop
Yes.
Yeah,
eventually. We're not
Eventually.
releasing
Can you
dates.
talk about that or no?
yeah. I can talk about it. Yeah,
for sure.
absolutely.
So you're working on a story where
Yes.
you are a rapper,
yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
and in order to get into the role, live the role a bit,
yeah.
you're gonna create. I'm gonna shut up. You're gonna talk about this now, dude.
You don't have to shut up.
Well-
you can keep. I like listening to you.
What's
speak.
what's
Me
the
too.
process been like for you trying to get into the role?
It's been before when I would make music, it would just be for fun.
Yeah.
So I was never really trying to make anything out of it. I did want to get better. And I would listen to myself rap and be like, oh, you're a cornball. Like, but it wasn't as bad. That's what I would feel.
Yeah.
But I would do it for fun because my brother had a studio in his room.
Shout out,
Shout out
Big
to Mel
shout out.
Supreme. He's a beautiful human being.
Mel
Incredibly
Supreme.
talented.
Yeah, go look up Mel Supreme, dude.
Dude, his
This
music is
shit
incredible.
Oh, sorry,
No.
I keep cursing too much.
No,
Mel Supreme, your
I'm gonna
stuff,
curse a lot.
your music is awesome, dude, and respect.
dude, everyone who I'm friends with
Yeah,
is
please
huge
go look
fans.
him up.
Huge
Go look
fans
him
of
up if
me,
you haven't
yeah.
heard of him.
It's very 90s
Oh, it's so
feel,
good.
honest, soulful.
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of like the
I
beats
love
that
it.
you make.
Oh, I-
would be
yeah.
the kind of shit that
You gotta
you
look
want
him
to
up,
get
I
to.
grew up off sampling, and that's my shit.
Yeah.
That's my
He's a student of
favorite.
the game.
Dude, yeah.
Records
He's
and
beautiful.
records.
He doesn't. He has something to say. And
Yeah,
Yes.
he does. He
You can
the
does.
tell.
voice overpowers everything else.
Bilingual too in a few songs, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Rolando.
baby.
Rolando, he goes
Yeah,
out in
what's up?
Spanish a bit. I'm
You
like,
thought I
okay,
didn't know?
boy.
You thought I was sleeping? No,
You
I'm
were
out
there when I
here,
showed
bro.
it to you.
Yeah,
Yeah, you were like, I know what he said. But this
Yeah,
is
bro.
fucking-
I'm with that. I'll roll with that.
Yo, I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
So we would be in the studio a lot making
Yeah.
music together. Me, my brother, and some of my boys who lived on the block. So everyone would come to this. It would be the spot. We'd go to Mel's studio, make music. And then this over the past, I gotta say, the better part of 2 years, maybe a year and a half, since this thing that I'm working on with Adam and Lance. Also, Lance is
Shout out
amazing.
Lance.
Also incredibly
Barry.
talented filmmaker in general. He does everything.
He's the shit. And a good dad.
Yeah, and an amazing dad.
Yeah.
And Mel's also a dad too. He's also a great
Oh,
father.
word.
shout out.
Yeah, she's gonna be 9 next month.
Whoa.
Yeah, I can't believe it. She's
Whoa,
so tall.
Denise, dude?
She's so tall.
Wow.
She's about to dunk on Nick Craven.
Shout out.
Shout out the incredible Nick Craven.
Yo, shout out Nick Craven, dude. Yo.
Sweet guy.
Can I talk about this?
Yeah.
On the podcast? We're gonna pause what you're saying.
Okay, yeah, let's pause.
If you're listening, pause because we're gonna go back to Ariel's what he's doing for his role at the fundraiser. We're just gonna rewind to the fundraiser.
Damn.
Is it fair to talk
We're
about
all
this?
over the place.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude, talk.
Yeah,
It's
I
our
think it'll
show,
be fine.
dog.
He said it.
That's what I'm saying. It's after. Yeah,
This is
once you
like-
say it, you can't take it back.
This is kind of like family, friends,
100%.
whatever.
100%.
Whoever just wants to listen to
There's
it
no
and take whatever they
disrespect.
want.
Hey, I'm not.
There's no disrespect.
I'm not trying to disrespect anybody.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, we were a little drunk, towards the end of the night, 2 a.m. And it's just me, shout out Manu,
Yeah.
Ariel, Nick,
Manu
Adam.
Menon.
I mean, not Adam.
Adam
I
wasn't there.
I wish he was
He's
there.
in Arkansas.
Who else was there?
Tori was there.
Tori,
Yeah.
shout out.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm
Marina,
missing
Courtney.
somebody. No.
At the end of the night,
Oh, at
and
the end.
Alex was there because he was
Yeah,
bartending.
okay.
Alex Bonner.
So and Jeff. So we're talking about who'd be who in the tier of basketball, right? Like
Yeah.
who's
We made our top fives.
I lost interest. Dude.
Imagine
We
this.
made our
Imagine
top
this.
fives.
We're drunk,
Yeah.
right? And everyone's
Yeah.
like, I'm here, you're there, Ariel, Nick, Dave, whatever. And
I
Nick
wasn't
all of a
that
sudden out of nowhere
Mm.
is just like, man, I will beat you, Ariel, 1-on-1.
Because Manu brought it up.
And
Manu
Manu
was
did bring
making
it up.
his list. He's
Yeah.
like, it's really tough because I think Adam and Manu are the best players. They're talented.
Yeah.
And then after that, it's tough. It's a toss-up
Yeah,
because
yeah.
we all have different strengths.
Yeah.
And that was his point. That
Yeah.
was a good point. We all have different strengths.
Right.
And then he
And
was
I
like,
beat Manu, so it's
What?
I mean, so
this is what this
It
needs
is what
to
it
be. This authentic.
yeah,
And then bring him here. You have to bring him.
yeah, for sure.
And he
And he knows that.
fairly
I have such
Yo,
a like.
y'all are gonna inspire
I
this
know,
man
I
to
know.
start
I
windmilling on your asses, dude. He's going through some.
He's in a shoulder surgery
He just had
rehab.
shoulder surgery, so it's easy to
man.
pick on him.
Yeah,
now.
show up or don't. Manu, I don't care. No, I'm just kidding. I'm teasing. He knows I'm kidding. He knows I'm
He
kidding.
knows.
I love you so much.
But
Dude.
he's going through his reasonings, and
Yeah.
then in the middle of this thing, he
Well,
goes,
out of
"Yeah,
nowhere.
because I don't what."
Out of nowhere.
Yeah, in the middle of this thing, he goes, "Yeah, because I don't think that Nick could beat Ariel 1-on-1." And Nick was the one that said, "I'm not a good defender. I'm the worst defender out of the three of us," which is true from what I've seen. Right? He's not a bad player, but I've seen this.
Nick's talented.
And he said, "Yeah, he's a talented player. I don't think he's a." That's why I'm not the one talking shit.
Yeah.
But then he goes, and I'm staring at him.
Yeah,
I'm-
everything froze.
Everything
I was like
stopped.
sideways drunk, and I was like,
Everything
I
stopped.
felt it. Like the room is like frozen.
It's fine. It's fine
Yeah.
if you feel. I'm sure Dave feels this way. It's like, dude, if I get a month, I could be all these motherfuckers.
100%,
I'm sure. I
100%.
mean, I know I feel that way sometimes.
Yeah.
It's okay if you're like that. Bro, he took it to another level. He
When
said,
you're shouting it out like that,
dude, I'd blow you out 15-0.
15-0.
You don't have a chance against me.
Nikki Crave said 15-0 on
15-0.
Ariel.
Man.
Ariel's a lockdown defender.
I'm
We're
not,
gonna lose
I'm
so many
not,
listeners, but like this is
trash.
real. This is real. This is real.
I'm not like trash.
Ariel
made it
is a
sound like I'm
lockdown.
Did you guys
defender.
settle it or no?
We're gonna play on Thursday.
Ooh.
So we'll let you know.
Yeah.
Damn.
Maybe
get a
take a little video. Take a little video.
We-
We'll put it.
we'll put
put
it on the
wanna-
podcast.
we
it
wanna
on the
record it.
put it on the site.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yo, record it and we'll like do a breakdown.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
all I'm
100%.
saying is that I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm not talking shit.
No, he.
There we
I'm
go.
excited to play.
Ariel lets the game play.
Dude,
So,
I just do.
The
I
game
just,
speaks for him.
I like
was-
that. I like that. I like that.
and
too,
on
dude.
top of that, Nick he's a very nice guy. Sweet
Yeah,
dude.
super sweet.
He's also a very good actor and a writer and director.
Mhm.
And
Shout out Nicky
He's
Craves.
involved. Shout out to
Nikki
Nick
Craven.
But
Yo,
I'm
you're
excited.
playing
for
that
Thursday.
mental game though.
Who, me?
Yeah.
He did it to himself.
He's Mayweather, and you're like everyone else.
I'm just excited.
Yeah.
I'm just excited. That's all it is.
See,
I know what you're
That's
doing.
all.
Yeah,
That's
that's
all it
it.
is. That's all it is. I'm
That's that,
motivated. I'm gonna have fun.
I wish you the best of luck.
Yo, he's listening. He's like, yo.
He's gonna listen to this on Wednesday. and be like,
100%.
I'm gonna bust.
100%. I want
And
to
I'm-
be there, dude. I want
What?
cameras.
If he's gonna go outside and work on his jump shot.
This is the shit
And
I'm
I'm like,
afraid to
dude.
do with anyone, like any of my friends. Like
What's
this
that?
is what I'm afraid to do.
To what?
Like play one-on-one with one of my friends that I care about and love. Because I can't just play. Like
Oh,
this
it's
kinda
gonna
thing,
be
like-
competitive.
No,
I'm
I
gonna-
know.
and I
Will.
love him.
I know
But
Will. I know Will.
Yeah.
But I don't want to like
You
catch
don't
an
want
elbow
it to be,
and then
yeah.
fucking lose my. You know what I mean? I don't want to lose relationships over basketball. I don't want it.
I think your relationships with those young men in that room are stronger than an elbow in basketball.
You think so?
I think so.
I'm petty.
I know
dude.
that you're. I know.
when it comes
Dude,
to
but we're
voting.
all like that. We're all competitive. You should have seen us in the league, bro. Like the thing, the shit that Manu was saying to me, damn near fucked up my feelings, bro. Like the shit that it was saying to each other, like, yo, you gotta stop shooting threes. Stop shooting. You're not a shooter.
Yeah,
You're not a shooter. Stop shooting threes, right? And I'm like, you're right. I shouldn't. I've made a couple. I'm in this dynamic with this team. We have so many shooters, but it was competitive. We were on the same team. We're on the same team.
It's so competitive.
Yeah, I understand what you mean.
You
though.
can't help
I understand what you mean because you
it.
want to win, and we're in a position
Yeah.
where
I'm just trying to play it safe. I'm just trying to play it safe.
It's not about being nice. Now it's
You
about
can't.
competing. We all come from the same place. Me, Adam, you. We all had hoop dreams.
You get
now the competitive is just acting now.
Hours
It's
in the court, bro. On the court in the driveway, fucking hours of like dreaming and shooting and fucking dribble, just doing all kinds of crazy shit. Every team joining it, and then like you're older and you got friends that are competitive too.
Yeah.
And I don't want to play any of my friends one-on-one because I'm afraid that like that old me is gonna kick in.
Yeah.
And the second I feel like Adam shoved me too hard,
Yeah.
I'm gonna snap.
But Adam is also no pushover. He's gonna come at you with the same energy.
100%.
And you're all gonna be fine.
I know. It's like
even if it's the worst one-on-one you've ever had, the most heated,
I know.
you will be fine afterwards.
And there's such a desire in me to like play. You know,
you should play. You should
Yeah,
get out of your
do
system.
it.
It only strengthens your.
we
friendship.
should all play each other.
We should. We should have a tournament.
Yeah.
One-on-one tournament.
You got the court right
That
out
might be
there,
the
dog.
move.
Yeah,
That
we
might be
could
the
do. We
move.
could do like little stipulations. I love the three dribble rule. You get in the
What?
wing.
Oh,
you
I
only have
like
three
that.
dribbles.
I like that.
Right. So you score.
Oh, word.
Person's out. Someone else comes in.
Yeah.
At 1 point.
Oh, that'd be so much fun.
First to 6 wins the.
we
little
should
tournament.
do that. Manu's got to sit. Manu's got to rehab.
Manu will be back.
How-
If he comes back, that's gonna be a tough.
That's
for
a tough.
anyone to.
To score
yeah.
on 3 dribbles on fucking
to-
Manu.
yeah. 'Cause
By the way, he's 7'5",
Yeah.
Manu.
Manu's 6'5", but he's got guard skills. He's got guard skills and he's got a nice touch.
No, he's really good.
And he's a really good defender. He's got good timing.
Yeah, he's a shit.
Shout
He was
out
defensive
Manu.
player of the year in the league that we played in.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
2 seasons ago, which was like in January. Defensive player of the year for our division. So
Yeah.
Word.
Yeah. Manu's no slouch.
He's not.
Um, back to sorry.
The
Little basketball tangent.
Yeah, dude, that had to get out. We had to talk about it.
it's important to get out. I think
Yeah.
it's great to feel
sure.
like you can say it.
So Thursday's your game. I want to be there.
Yeah, man. I'm excited.
Best of luck to you, Nick.
Tune into the Instagram to get a couple.
I told him it'll be hilarious if he blew me. He just smoked me.
We're all there like,
Yo, everybody's so disappointed. And this is a fear of mine because I'm good at disappointing the people that I love in my life.
no,
So
dude,
now there's always
man,
that
that's
innate,
big. We should talk about that.
That's a thing that I fear.
You fear
every
that
day.
you're good at disappointing the people
Yes,
that you love.
yes. Once people start believing in me, confiding in me, I let them down. Once
Well,
it reaches a certain
There's a lot of
level.
pressure there, right? Like if someone loves you and like supports you,
Yeah.
I feel that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So
fair. That's a fair
that's a
feeling.
real
I have the same shit.
Yeah, you don't want to let people down that you love.
The
That
little
support
big
you.
things in my life that's just happened a lot.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you the thought of that alone, the fear of that can
Yeah.
actually physically stop you from
It self-sabotages.
Yep.
That's what it is.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's what it is.
I don't give myself a chance to actually elevate or even elevate and fail.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
Yeah,
even
yeah.
worse than that, I have to give the people I love the benefit of the doubt. All of this comes from not giving them the benefit of the doubt that
Yep.
they're going to love you no matter what.
Yeah.
They're
That's
going to be there
awesome.
for you through
Yeah.
your struggles and through your falls
Yep.
and through your successes. And they're going to, like, Dave's going to be there, be like, dude, I love you.
Yeah.
I can't, and Manu's going to roast me for
Mhm.
8 straight years, but he still loves me.
Yeah,
He's still
dude.
going to be like,
Yeah.
he's going to be there for me when it counts.
Yeah.
And that thought it motivates me in some aspects.
Yep.
Hinders me in other aspects because I'm not even giving myself the chance to be better than what I think I am.
Exactly. And you're also you find yourself like tiptoeing, right? Like you don't live up to your own potential.
Yeah, I'm cautious.
in your relationships.
I don't run. I'm just like,
Right. And in those loving relationships where the person's like, I love you,
yeah,
you're like, I love you too, and I'm gonna act within these
yes,
boundaries I've set so that I don't upset you.
I can't let you
or
love
let you down.
yeah. I can't let you love me too much.
See, that's
when the jokes come in.
Damn.
No, I'm not. No, this. No, you.
This,
You're- you know.
yes, dude,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
No, but wait, I want to talk about this,
Yeah.
dude, because I think like I'm learning more and more that the relationships I want in my life are going to be open and honest relationships always.
Yes.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's a taxing relationship, right? Like I feel like it's cost me too much energy to act a part or to not offend or to just to hold myself back because I don't want to let you down or I don't want to hurt you or share too much.
Make you feel comfortable.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And so I'm actively trying to like, if I feel some kind of weirdness here,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to pull you aside and share it.
Yes.
And if you hate me, you hate me and you don't want to talk to me anymore and that's okay. And it would suck and it would break my heart, but like, that's always the way it was going to go. Or we're going to live a life like parallel to each other and never like really sharing anything. I'm just not, I'm telling myself that I'm trying to implement this way of like having relationships with people now. We're like, I'm going to be your friend. I'm going to love you. And I hope you do the same for me. But if something is off or I feel like odd or I want to do something, I'm going to share it. And if I push people away, at least I don't have a regret.
Yeah.
You know, or it's opening a channel for maybe a more honest relationship. That's going to become stronger. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the fear. The fear is that you feel like the relationship might end.
Right.
Which is the same fear that anybody has with just opening themselves up to any kind of love. Period. Is that you're leaving yourself open to being hurt. And I'm trying to get into a better mindset of, let me look at this in a way where in my life, I will be okay with being hurt and work on making sure that I always come back to being able to love again. Because that's where the work comes in. That's where the strength comes in. Can you come back and be open again? But it's some, you know, and rightfully so, that process of trusting again, feeling like you can just let it go, it's unbearable 100%. A lot of the times. It's almost just so much easier not just not to.
100%.
So much easier. But then you rob yourself of the potential of what you can connect with.
There's this like lyric that kicked up in my head off of this. I was listening. So, I don't know. I keep rewinding this story in my head, but like I just told you in the car, I have this connection with this director now. Super cool guy. Yeah. I'm not gonna shout you out yet because I don't know how you feel about it. But he reached out to me. I reached out to him. We have like this cool connection. I just love his work, right? Nice. And there was a song that he did a music video for. I think his vision is awesome. I think he's just a really good director. And I told him like one day I hope to work with you, and he responded with he wants to work with me, and it's all good. Like, thank God I reached out, you know. But there was a song that he did the music video for, and the lyric is and it hit me to my core. It was like something about like I think about like something about you was running through my head, and he's like, I wish I never heard your name. Now the thought of that is like I would have rather not have met you at all. I would rather have like never have had this interaction with you because then I wouldn't feel the way I feel now that it's no longer a thing, right? Yeah. So that's real. Like this is the cost of saying like I'm gonna open myself up. I want to express a thing to you, and if I do, then I hope you feel the same way. But if you don't, that's gonna cause me some kind of pain, right?
Yeah.
But now here's the thing. Boil down every relationship you've ever had or will have. There is a clock here. Right, we're on a shot clock because life is finite. Yeah. So when we express like love for another person or we care for another person, it's automatically on a clock, right? Yeah. Because unfortunately, it won't last forever. But that's why it's meaningful. So I don't know. In my mind, I'm thinking to myself like I'd rather shoot the shot and at least attempt to share a real thing and say I want this for the time we have. This time isn't forever. Yes, it's very finite. I don't know if it's over tomorrow. I don't know. But I'd rather at least say or express or reach out and say, you know, this is where I'm coming from. If you feel the same way, like move closer to me. And if you don't, it's okay. I'll feel some pain and you move away. Yeah. But at least I'm not sitting on my hands and like thinking about that thought of like, I wish I never knew your name. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think that's such a hard thing to like, because I feel like one of the main things people don't, like you said, people feel like they're going to get hurt. Or they're going to make them uncomfortable or something like that.
Yeah. You don't want to go around like hurting people. Yeah. Like that's not my point. I'm not trying to run around.
And there's like
people.
the risk reward to that because it's like I feel like deep down everyone wants those more meaningful relationships. Absolutely. Instead of these short term, just like acquaintance stuff.
Yeah.
And I feel like that offers more of those. You know, actually sharing.
It gives you a better. You're absolutely right. I think it gives you a better chance to find it. And even then you learn something from the pain.
For sure.
You learn something about yourself.
But you don't regret. You don't regret.
That's the biggest fear that I have, man. It's like if there's something that's living in me and I've, let's say, expressed it and it didn't work out the way that I wanted to.
Right. The idea.
In my own head, at one point or another, I'm thinking, Well, tomorrow could have been hit by a bus.
Yeah.
What if that's the last thing that I thought about? What if, I should have said this.
Yes, dude.
I should have expressed this. I should have told this person this thing. I should have told my mom this thing. I should have done this thing that I wanted, even if it's small. And it actually makes me feel a lot better.
Me too.
Oh, it happened. And now the perspective is I'm lucky to still be alive and do it again.
For sure. For sure.
You know?
For sure.
I started having that thought. Like you don't have to be here. Like this is a finite life, and like you don't know. Nothing is promised.
Yeah.
And that's why I enjoy this a lot. I say this all the time, but like we get to sit down because we don't know if we get this again, right?
Yep.
You
Like
can't
you
say
agreed
it
to
enough,
it,
man.
You agreed to it.
Can't say it enough.
We're here.
Yeah.
We get to actually experience like looking each other in the eye and having a conversation in the moment. And it just I'm super grateful for the moments I have with the people I have them with, because I know that this is not forever. Unfortunately, man. Maybe it goes somewhere forever. I don't know. But I like to think that. But if it doesn't, if we're talking science here, like this is what we get. This is what we get.
Yeah.
And I just I want to say this on the podcast and to you guys specifically, because like I don't want us to ever feel like we have to filter ourselves or hold ourselves back from enjoying a fulfilling life. I don't want us to look back and say like, man, I wish we did this thing, or you know, I wish I said that thing, or I wish I picked up the phone and called mom, or you know, anything. The saddest
thing, you're sitting on a bench and you look back in your life
and we're all gone,
and you're like
and it's just you know.
There's so many things I wish I could have done. There're gonna be some naturally,
absolutely.
But I think you're right. That's a huge fear. And you're thinking about it in a way as if you're already there and you're getting a second chance.
Right.
Like, fuck, I just had this dream. I'm sitting in this bench. There's so many things I could have done, said, tried.
And it's crazy that a lot of those things that could have changed our lives like crazy, like an opportunity or anything, is just saying yes or saying something, a word, which is so easy.
Or moving a step forward. Like literally just doing this.
Yeah.
It changes your life in some ways. Maybe. Parallel universes, dude. It could have been. What could have been? It just makes me think, man, it's fucking wild to think about.
That made me, that brought up today. For my job, I was meeting my old, I used to play soccer for a long time. And I used to I would go to every single different team with my one like friend. It's one person I played with. And we would go everywhere for like 8 years. We played together. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I never thought the relationship between us wasn't really like that close. We were just like, we're in it together. You know what I mean? We're like a team. Yeah. And like we went to each team and like worked together. And like when we had shit that we were struggling with, we helped each other and stuff. And I just saw his dad. And his dad would always drive us like to games and stuff. And like the connection between my work, there's a connection with like, he has like a waste company and he like picks up our stuff. I haven't seen this guy in like years, right? But I don't know. I went there, I talked to him, and he was telling me how like that kid's thinking about going to like the army, and his son, the guy's son, is already in the army, his other son. And like he was showing me pictures and stuff. I'm like, man, there's so many people I knew like around me that were so close that he's in Afghanistan, like on a sniper, like, you know, like radar, like surveillance thing. I'm like, what the hell? Yeah. You know, it's just like, it's weird.
It makes you think about those reach out to him?
Kind of, a little bit. Yeah. But it makes me think about all the different avenues that we're taking. You know what I mean? And everyone around is like, if we said one thing or we're a little bit closer before, we could have been, you know.
Yeah. I like this. I like this train of thought, dude. Thank you for bringing this up. I want to make sure we don't go away from Ariel, and we're gonna come back.
We're gonna come back.
I'm not gonna.
We don't need to talk about this.
No. We're not leaving until we talk about you. But off of this, like I think this is important. I think what you're saying is important. Relationships. There seems to be like seasons of relationships that I've noticed in my life, right? Like I was super close with this person or this group of people, and then a circumstance changes and I change, and a new person I meet, I develop like a closer relationship with, which opens up another group of relationships that I feel much closer to. And then life naturally seems to like put you in front of other people who you connect more to in those chapters of your life, right? And I've experienced, I think, like 2 or 3 big shifts in life of like groups of people. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think that's maybe nostalgia or like what used to be felt. You look back on it fondly and you're like, man, this relationship was so strong. And I feel that way too sometimes. But I wouldn't trade, I think, what I have with the people I have with now for what I used to have. even though I still love those people, like innately,
Yeah.
because of what we've been through, the naturally where I'm at in life now, the people I'm closest to, it just seems to be, I'm better suited for that this relationship than I am for those relationships. There's nothing. I have nothing in common anymore. There's nothing really to talk about or to express to each other.
Yeah.
Like, how you doing? Kind of
Change.
thing. Yeah, I mean,
change.
we change.
You change.
Our circumstance changes. We grow older. We care about different things, newer things that are more in line with what we want to do with this chapter of our life. And like, it's just I think it's okay to think that way.
Yeah.
You're not. I don't think you're disrespecting a person by saying like, or just naturally drifting away and feeling closer to another person who's closer to you in life at that point. You know, it's like a season.
Yeah.
I think you're very right to express that. That's something that people should understand, because sometimes it gets sad for people, you know, or they hold on to something that is going to be forever. There's a possibility in 10 years, it sucks to say, maybe this isn't your group of friends. You know, in 10 years, you know? But that's why the moments matter. You take it as if it is.
All we have is that.
And then you could at the very least look back and say, man, that was a great time.
For sure.
Or I love those people.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a fond memory.
And they affect your life, the people that you have in your life. Like,
They're not a void. They've done things to you.
Yeah.
And change how you react to everything else you've ever done.
For sure.
Or will do.
You know what's crazy is the people that I had in my life back then that I was super close to put me in a position to be closer to the people I am now. Because I wasn't if I was in a room by myself and didn't have those friends, I wouldn't have taken the steps to meet the people I'm close to now, or be the person I am now. So in a way, like they evolve you, like they make you better or worse, whatever you choose. But like they push you forward and kind of away from that life, and then they move in a different direction, and you move in a different direction, and you find more like-minded people. I didn't know what the fuck art was.
Yeah.
And now, like, every one of my friends is like an artistic person who we talk about like incredibly deep. I mean, to me, in my mind, it's deep.
Yeah.
And it moves me every time I have a conversation with like my friends now. And I wouldn't trade that for a talk about soccer or anything.
You know what I think what you're saying? It's like, I think of it as like those natural like groups and relationships, like it's all flowing, right?
Yeah.
And every time in your life when something's just been cut off is when like, just terrible, you know?
Yeah.
So I think it's like we're trying to just have each other all flow together.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. It's very organic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is something that makes me sad, though. I always felt like there was an element of this is finite when I was younger with those relationships. There isn't that same feeling with this, which makes it more daunting if these relationships I have now change. Do you feel that way? Only because it was school. There was school involved for me.
Right.
Yeah.
Now
So
it's
it was
just
college. It was high school.
Yeah.
So we always planned, dude, we're going to do this after this thing.
Yep.
We're going to be doing these things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there was an element that there was finite and there was a possibility. Now late 20s, early 30s, you start feeling like these are the relationships that I could probably solidify for my whole life.
Yeah.
That's a scarier
Hopefully.
thought for me.
I feel
that in 10 years, the same change might happen that happened in early 20s. But do you feel that way too? Because
you know what? Honestly, I'm thinking about it now. Yeah. You know what? That's so weird. Honestly, I feel like it's so cool what school does, right?
Yeah.
It puts you in the same like room for like almost 12 years.
Yeah.
And you're just with your friends, with random people, and you're just fucking around, doing whatever. Dude, come on. And you have to go every day.
Yeah. It's the
That's
love.
kind of cool, man. I had a lot of good times.
I
man.
did too. I loved it. I wanted to be in school
That's
more
the
than I was
difference,
home.
We don't have to go.
We don't have exactly.
We're spending time. We're choosing to spend time with these people.
Yes.
There's something about this chapter, man, that's like it's defining, right? Like it kind of defines the rest of your life, what it's gonna be.
Yeah.
I feel every choice I make. I don't know if it's pressure I'm putting on myself, but like I feel like every choice I've been making recently is kind of laying the groundwork of how my life is gonna go.
Yeah.
There's no more like people
That's
saying
the
like
scary
come this
thing to
way,
me,
dude.
Yeah, to me too.
That's scary.
I mean, it's true though.
Yeah.
Like I'm in my late 20s and like I'm looking at my 30s and I'm saying, okay, this is the next 10. Right?
I feel like going back to what you asked is like, I feel like those relationships in high school and everything were very just like
surface.
I knew, surface. Also, like there's people that I'm still talk to and
right.
are close to,
Right.
Yeah.
but it's not that close.
It's different.
Like this that I've only recently like have honestly known each other. You know what I mean? It's not the same like time span is like school for how many years?
No, it's not.
You know, but this is 10 times stronger.
Yeah.
And I feel like I don't worry about this ever going away.
Got you.
You know?
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
So you don't feel this way right now?
You don't feel like
22,
Yeah, I don't
you
feel, like, I feel like I'm gonna know you. Forever. And now I'm gonna know you forever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's the
And
hope,
That's
man.
awesome. That's great.
I'm expressing that too more. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. I was just saying that's awesome. I did wonder though, people around your age too.
Yeah.
Do you feel the same way?
But my
about that
problem is
circle?
I'm not like people.
No,
my
I
age.
see.
I-
I see. That's not
I
a
grew-
problem.
no,
man.
yeah.
I understand.
Yeah, that's actually a blessing.
But yeah, honestly, I can't like do it. I
Yeah.
can't hang out with
I
people
see.
the same age.
Yeah.
Because I've been growing
No
up.
disrespect.
Yeah.
I know, no,
no,
there's-
no,
it's, it's rough. It's weird.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know.
No,
it's
I
weird.
get you, I get
I've
you.
always had that because my brother's 3 years older than me, and I always wanted to be like my brother. I love my brother.
Yeah.
Shout out Sebastian.
Shout out Sebastian.
He's listening. He's a
our
ride or
MVP,
die.
dude.
I
Yeah,
got
he's
up.
our
I got
ride or
up
die.
to his episode.
Yeah.
And I
Oh
got, and
man.
I think I made it 20
That was
minutes
a-
in.
that was
I
a
saw
deep
all of them
one.
up- up-
That
Yeah,
was
that
like-
was one of the coolest things I ever seen you do.
I love that one. I also love the lake one.
Yeah,
It's
that
really
was
good.
great.
Yeah, the
too.
lake one was the one before
Lake
that.
one's. Oh,
Right before you left.
Yeah.
That was fun. Man.
They were fun, dude.
The lake one was nice.
They were
That was
great.
surreal.
I loved watching you guys talk. That was
Yeah.
such a cool thing.
Yeah.
I got to like step away and just watch
Yeah, but
the brothers talk.
Just I don't know. I always wanted to be like my brother, so that's what made me more mature, I guess, and more trying to grow up faster.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, you
Just
are
like
ma-
natural
you're
thing for me.
mature. I feel like the more I've been expressing to people who I care, how I actually truly care about, and it's not a surface kind of relationship that I
Yeah.
want, the more I feel like I've put myself in a position to have stronger relationships. So if I say like I love you, it means I love you. I'm not just saying it for no fucking reason.
Yeah.
And I'm expressing more like I want you in my life. I want you to be part of my life. And if it scares people away, like I'm kind of okay with it now. And it scares me. It does scare me.
That's a win, bro. You being okay with it.
But
That's what propels you into different chapters of your life with the
for
people
sure,
who go.
for sure.
I'm down.
I'd
I'm
rather
down with this."
I'd rather have that
Yes.
than I have to like be careful, or like I don't want to offend, or because I love you so much, I don't want to push you away.
Mm.
If I express how much I care about this, anybody, any of you guys, and I'm just like this, you know how I feel about you.
Yeah.
But if I express it, I may push some people away who maybe don't feel the same way, and that's okay. I think that's a lesson in my 30s is going to be just explain yourself, like let it all out, and you're gonna gain some people who are gonna be in your life for a much longer period of time, hopefully, who really do love you.
Yeah.
And some people who maybe love some things about you, maybe the good things about you, and maybe not the everything about you.
Yeah.
And I got, I'm not perfect. I got a lot of flaws, and like I'm realizing like I mess up, and some people are gonna forgive me, and some people aren't. And I'd rather have those people in my corner than like, people who are like there sometimes and they're not there when I need them.
You're recognizing it's the importance of.
Yeah, man.
You're. I know who I want to do the long.
And also
haul thing
you open the door too to have a real, like if someone is feeling something about me now that I've expressed, like I love you, then they can say a real thing to me and say like you've hurt me, and I can be like, oh, I didn't even know.
Yeah.
And I can maybe work this out. Whereas before it might be like a slow burn.
Or not at all.
Or not at all.
If you don't ever say it.
And I wouldn't want to go through life like hurting people and not knowing it. Anyway,
Yes.
so that's where I'm at now, dude.
Hell yeah.
Think about that.
He loves you so much.
I do.
He really does. Like your dynamic is so beautiful.
I love him.
All right, I want to go back
I'm
to
going
Ariel.
back to Ariel.
Yes.
Sorry we would go on tangents, dude. It's just we
I
gotta
really
trust the
think
moment.
what we've talked about is more important than like.
No,
this
it's not.
EP.
It's all
dude,
important.
But the movie, I want to know.
I want to know this. Let me ask.
Sorry.
Sure, yeah.
Go ahead.
Be quiet.
Yeah.
I want to ask, was it your choice to want to make the music and the EP for the movie, or were you like...
Oh, dude, it was my choice, but when you work with someone with as much integrity and drive and dedication like Adam Louder, you have to.
Yes.
Like, that's the kind of artist that he is, and he inspires that in you.
Yeah.
I'd like to think that I had it in me already, but because he has trusted me with this, it ignited
That's
me to do what
beautiful,
I
though,
can.
man.
Right.
Yeah.
A lot of it had to do with him. Again, I'm thinking, what if it was somebody else? What if it's somebody that I didn't know? I feel like I would still want to do that.
Yeah.
I don't know how it would feel. I don't know if I would dedicate an entire EP to that. I don't know if I would dedicate a year and a half in the same way.
But because it's Adam, it's like...
a big part of it is because
great.
it's
Yeah.
Adam.
Well, Adam also creates a space where like he hopes that you explore, right? Like
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
sometimes you book something and you're like, I don't know if the director wants me to like dive and like
Yeah.
spend a year working on my music, or like just wants me to show up on set and like kind of know
That's
my
important.
shit.
Yeah, that is important to
Yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah.
I with all due respect, I feel like Adam, Katie, Tori, Lance, Manu already have the mindset is that, well, we're gonna die.
100%.
That's the mindset, right?
There's no
It
other
helps so much when there is someone on that side who's just like, all right, let's
Yeah.
we're ready to dive together.
Yeah.
You guys are like the diving team.
Yeah, we
Damn.
Yo,
My
that's
face
it.
is all smashed out.
Yo, we're
Fucking
gonna call ourselves the diving,
so
the diving
much.
speed. Well, that's the thing about acting is
This
you
hitting the
dive into
rocks.
no water. Ow.
Just crying, face all busted.
All right.
The dive
Another
squad,
question is, what do you hope to like gain from like? What do you think doing the EP will like? How will that aid to your performance?
Oh man,
What you put into it?
Yo, I think
how
it's
will
gonna.
it not? That's what I
How
want
will
to
it
know.
not?
Yeah, how will it not?
It's
serve
gonna
you?
inform every aspect of what it is for a person who's in that position. Because this person, because of what we talked about, has a lot of pride.
Yes.
Has a lot of pride. So one thing that I'm instilling is the pride in this EP, the pride in this music, saying that this is trash. I don't really like. I want to be the best that I can, getting help
Yeah.
from everywhere that I
Yeah.
can. In the world of it, it'll just keep things in perspective.
Mm.
It's way more fun than just being like, now that I'm in this scene, I know what it's like to be a rapper.
Yes.
Because it's about being human, even if
Mm.
if you've never done it. But it's such an important element
Straight up.
that it's important to feel that in your body.
Word.
And I'm gonna really, really, really know once it drops.
Yeah.
That's the
Yes.
thing. It's gonna once it drops,
Oh man.
Yep.
and
You
there's
see
a
people-
response.
Oh yeah.
then I'm really gonna know
Mm.
exactly how it's gonna inform whatever choices that are happening. But right now, it feels like I would like to get it done.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm taking my time with it. I hope that it informs more understanding in the world of the movie.
Yeah.
I feel like it will for sure.
For-
man.
I mean,
I hope so.
It can't not.
exactly.
Exactly.
If
What
you're-
you said is right. Like, how will it not?
Yeah. No matter what the response is. I mean, the act of getting a response to your own music that
Yeah.
you've
It
worked
doesn't
on,
matter what you're right. It doesn't
Right.
matter what the response is, but
it's gonna inform you.
that's something that I can't control. But
Yeah.
it's gonna impact me.
Like-
And I'm
like,
putting myself in the
For
way.
sure.
Of,
Just
you
the,
know,
the
just, like,
act of you
standing-
doing that is going it's in you already. I mean, you're it's gonna be in everything you do, your behavior.
Yeah. Because I
You've
really feel
experienced-
connected to just the context of what the story is.
Right.
Right. Like just the way he's talked about it, the way he's talked about these two characters, our dynamic, our relationship.
Yeah.
Even if I never did a song,
You
I
connect right away.
felt
Yep.
There's a reason why Adam.
Yes.
He don't just fucking
He knows.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
knows.
yeah,
He makes it easy for
Yeah.
himself. He's a very, very smart director. He's mentioned it before. You make your job so much easier if you just
Yeah, he does.
let yourself, if you work with right people. And I feel like he did that. But but also being like, all right, cool, I'll be right back. I'm gonna stand in front of this train and see what that does for me for this thing.
Yeah.
This is the thing I'm setting up.
Yeah,
And
man.
I don't know how it's gonna happen.
Yeah. That's the best part. You don't know.
Yeah, I have no idea.
You have to though. You have to not know.
Yeah.
Like that's the part you have to let go at some point.
Yeah.
There's no
Yeah.
control in this fucking game, dude. You can control your work up to a
Yeah.
certain point.
Yeah.
And then you have to say like, I've lived it.
Mhm.
I have to.
Yeah, we
it's-
talked about it before.
There's no start and stop, is what I'm saying. There's no like life is going to end now and then begin. Like you're going to be currently. You've been making music for a year. You've been rapping, writing. You're going to be producing your own music and putting it out there, getting responses, and it's just going to be a natural. Oh, this shoot day one.
Yep.
Shoot day two, and the film's over, and it's going to slowly leave your body. Maybe when you stop doing music, maybe not. Maybe it's a part of you forever.
Well, it's been a part of me already.
Yeah.
I've just
You've been
never
doing
done it in
right.
this
Right.
On this I don't know what word to use, level, or this sort of care and focus,
Right.
as if it was my career.
Right.
But you're right. The flow of it is just it's downhill, but I don't see it. I don't see it
you
yet. I
won't.
just know
You
it's
won't.
gonna do it,
You won't. Yeah.
but I don't know how.
Yeah. You got, I mean, what's, okay. I'm going to open up this book. We got some questions.
Yes.
I want to get into here. This is the one that came to mind. What is the hardest part about acting, from Jeremiah?
That's
Shout
loaded.
Shout
Jeremiah.
out.
So
And
Jeremiah was in high maintenance with me, so check him out.
Oh
Shout
wow.
out
He was
Jeremiah.
in
Big shout out.
Yeah. So we spent every day together on a shoot day.
Dang, that's
He's a
awesome.
Great dude.
Yeah, by the way, Ariel's on high maintenance. No big deal, no big deal, dude.
Dude, it's a great. I'm not even saying it because it's a great episode. It's sweet.
Yeah, man.
Heart.
It is
It's
sweet.
It's got heart.
It does have a ton of heart, that episode.
I haven't finished the season because of that. Actually,
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
I have. We saw it at the West, and then you couldn't really hear it.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I should finish it, and I just never did. I
Yeah,
got too
right.
self-conscious.
Yeah,
about it,
yeah,
so.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
but
You hate watching yourself.
I don't hate it anymore. I still feel uncomfortable.
Got you.
Hmm.
I do
Not
too.
so if I don't have to,
Yeah.
I just won't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same.
But I won't be like, ugh, there I am. I did that for so long, and then it became annoying.
Yeah.
Then other people were annoyed by it, and I was like, I don't want to be annoying to other people. And also,
It's funny because I'm like, oh, I would love to watch Dave. I would love
That's
to
the-
watch
Right,
everyone.
right.
Dude,
That's the thing.
as I'm getting
I support the fuck
But if
out
it's
of him when
yourself,
he's-
you're like, yo, I'm good.
as
Yeah.
I'm getting older, I'm just realizing how disrespectful it is
For
to
sure.
blatantly ignore how the people that I care about express how
Mm.
they feel about me.
Do you think you have to be your biggest fan?
That's a great question, Mike.
That is a good question. That's a great question.
I don't know. That's
Okay.
I want to think about that.
Yeah.
I feel
That's
the same
interesting.
way. I don't know.
I don't know either.
I feel like I'm not, so my instinct is like no.
Yeah.
But would it be healthy? Fuck. I think it'd be your own. I mean, maybe
I think that's
not.
a good way to put it though, because like
Yeah,
it's not being like that's not really that egotistic. Because when the first thing I
It's-
think of it's
it's-
not ego.
it's
I don't
not.
think
Being a
about it,
fan,
ego.
you know what I mean?
And also, I guess you'd have to ask someone who actually feels very, very, very
sure.
more confident, because I think we both still live in the vein where we're
Yeah,
not
me
allowing
too.
ourselves to feel as
Me too.
confident.
Yeah.
But
Holding yourself back.
but you have to be some sort of
Mm.
fan of your shit, I think. But
Right.
and, like again, not in an egotistical way.
Yeah.
I could like
It's
if
interesting.
if
Let's
Adam,
try to be our fans more.
yeah,
You know?
For
yeah.
sure.
If you were to say, yeah, man, I think I'm a pretty great actor, I would never think that you're being an ego. Like, to you, that's death for you. This second, just saying that,
Whoa.
it was like I would never
No.
fucking because ego. And but to
Yeah,
me,
yeah.
it's like I agree.
Hmm.
I'm not gonna. I don't look at you and be like, I fucking hate Dave because I think he's a good actor.
Yeah.
I think them's just facts, right?
Them's is facts.
Right.
Wow.
So in that vein, but I don't know how far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a very good question.
It's
Yeah.
interesting though.
That's a
Think
cool
about it.
question, dude.
Word.
What was I gonna say to you? What were we talking about? We were just talking
The
about
hardest thing about acting.
the hardest thing about acting.
Yeah.
So, I think. Well, do you have an answer, or do you? Because I have something on the tip of my tongue. I just want to
Go
Say
ahead,
it, dude.
because there are a million things.
The thing I brought up that you brought up about or we brought up about letting go, right? Like at some point you have to let go.
Yeah, well, that would have to be really high up there, because
Yeah,
most actors want everything controlled.
Hmm.
They want their image controlled. They want their acting controlled. They want the response to their acting controlled.
let them know, dude.
And they want every aspect controlled. But what's really shitty about that is that the most compelling acting aspect to life is watching something where you don't know what's going to happen.
Hmm.
And on the craft side of things, also putting the work in where you're on stage or in a film where you don't know what's going to happen.
Yep.
You're allowing yourself to live. That takes an immense amount of letting go. And just deciding to step into the field of acting, there's already ego. There's already something that you want to express. And it's very, we're all very sensitive to that. So we're vulnerable to the fact that we want to control it in
Yeah.
a way. We want to see how it feels.
You've got a story to tell, and like
I've
you-
got
you're
something to
careful
say.
about it.
I've
Yeah,
got a story
yeah.
to tell. I've
Yeah.
got the way that I want to say this line. I've got a way that I'm going to wink at the
Mm.
audience. I've got a way of presenting myself. And it comes from a place where, I'm insecure, but I also
Mm.
want something to say at the same time. And that's got to be right up there, because the most compelling thing is letting go.
Yeah.
When people watch your shit,
And you fucking know
they
it.
love it when someone's up there free.
Mm.
That's why they keep watching you, and that's where they actually get something from you as a person. And they walk out of the theater and they get to have a conversation with a friend,
Mm.
like, "How did you feel about that?"
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
that shit was fucking raw, or it felt. I actually felt a human experience. in
man.
there.
Yeah.
It could be Mike. It could be really honestly like in the play, like you have a small scene where you're by yourself, like in I can't think of the fucking play. Burn This. And you're just smoking a cigarette on a balcony, like you're by yourself.
Yeah.
Seriously. But if you're living the circumstance, right? Like if you're not, there's nothing planned about this.
Yeah.
A thought occurs to you in the moment. You're not on stage. You're just on a balcony,
Yeah.
lighting up a cigarette, smoking it, and having something pass through you that's real in the moment, right now, like this conversation. That is going to be more compelling for somebody watching, because somebody is you're letting a vulnerable part of you be seen by other people without knowing it.
Yeah.
Like in the moment, you're not thinking about. I mean, hopefully, you're not thinking about if you're truly being vulnerable and truly just allowing something to pass through you currently and expressing. You're not thinking about who's watching you, so you're sharing an intimate part of yourself. Usually, like somebody wouldn't be watching you from another room, like smoke a cigarette on the balcony. You know what I'm saying? But like if you are,
They might.
I mean, they
There
might.
might be a
And that's
person
another
going,
thing.
"What's
But
going on with that?"
right, and you'll get something.
She's
I'm
going
sure
through
that someone will
something.
get something from that moment. But you will have been expressing a vulnerable thing that somebody will intimately feel innately connected to, because they've had that kind of moment where you behaving actually like if going through something.
Yeah.
Well, someone behaviorally will connect to that and say, whoa, what's this? What's this? Like innately, dude, it's like caveman stuff.
I think there's a science to just when you exist like that, everybody is gonna feel it.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can't fake it. So when you allow yourself to be that free, other humans are gonna feel the same thing.
Yeah.
And the thing that I think makes it sad sometimes is when somebody doesn't allow themselves to be that free, and it's something that's
It's very
really
sad.
controlled.
Yeah.
They might stand up and applaud, but you just robbed life of an opportunity. Something didn't exist that could have existed in that room, and that takes letting go, and that's hard enough to do in life.
Bro.
Get alone. Reading something and then being like, all right, now it doesn't matter. Now you just have to pay attention to the person in front of you
Yeah, dude.
and build that in.
That's-
But you
that
can't
opened
fake
up
your
a
way
little
out
bit.
of it, which is why it's so compelling.
You
when
can't
people feel it.
You cannot
People can
fake
feel
it.
it.
You can't fake it. I think that's the scariest thing about acting.
Yeah.
Like the letting go aspect, but because you can't fake anything.
Well, yeah, because faking is the safety net.
Right.
You know, faking is where
I'm gonna give you
you're
this
home.
much.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm just gonna lock myself in here and hope that you think there's something amazing going on from outside.
Yeah.
my fucking
I'm gonna
house.
dress the part. I'm gonna show you how I could work this pen on this paper, and it's gonna be the same thing every night.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna get half of an applause, and I'm safe.
Right. And
Wow,
sometimes
that sounds just terrible.
it
But
sounds
bro-
terrible. But the thing is, you will watch many shows and see a lot where people will jump up and applaud, and they will not even to take anything away from them. They will say, "Wow, I felt something from that." But I always think, what could it have been? That's the thing. So it exists. It's open. They had a good time. Everyone leaves. Oh, great job.
Yeah, and
Blah,
if they
blah,
got
this and
something
that.
from it, cool.
Oh, I saw that was really cool.
Yeah,
And then it disperses until the next thing. But what could it have been?
Oh,
What now? That's lost in the void forever.
that drives me crazy.
And that's the thing that drives me when I forget. I always need to be reminded to not fake. That lives in me all the time.
Yeah.
I'm always there in the moment where I'm like, well, I gotta act.
Yeah.
And that reminder is just like, don't rob.
Yeah.
Don't rob it.
Yeah.
Don't fucking rob it.
Yeah.
Fuck, I gotta.
Yeah.
This is gonna hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
gonna
for
hurt.
sure gonna
Go.
hurt.
Go.
Dude,
Fine.
Tom Hardy said something about the theater, right? And about acting. I'm never gonna get this quote right, but it was along the vein of like, you don't go to the theater as an actor to gain something, right? It's in terms of in some other words, he said you go there to be devoured. Like you're stepping into an
Wow.
opportunity where you are willingly saying,
Yeah.
I'm gonna open this heart up here and live in the moment truthfully with whatever's coming across from me. That could be a fake actor that you have to deal with honestly, and it's gonna hurt. That could be a real moment where you are fucking wounded. That could be a real moment when you fall in love. It could be a real moment when like you've realized you've missed something. Like whatever the circumstance of the play is, if you're open and honest and doing the doings of the play, honestly, as Mike, as Dave, as Ariel, you're gonna feel something. And it's you're there to not know how it's gonna go. You're there to live it moment by moment by moment.
And everyone else is gonna feel it.
Right.
Everyone else is gonna feel it.
I've been in rooms, man, where like a moment comes and goes, and like I held back on an instinct, and I felt the room, like the air get sucked out of the room, and be like, ah, fuck.
You
I
mean
missed
in
it.
real life or like an audition?
In real life, dude, or an audition. Oh, we got to talk about that. I felt where I've like withheld instincts for safety, and I hate it. I used to do it all the time, and I hated it. And the second I started
Like
like,
you can recognize.
oh, you know right away when something
That's
occurs
a
to
big
you.
step, man. For some
Yeah.
people, I don't think they get that far in the recognition of it.
I
Even if you still have
agree.
those defenses it still feels different interacting with a person who's aware of their
Oh,
defenses
bro.
and a person who has them up and is completely oblivious to it.
Yeah, yeah. But like the second you start clocking those things and you're told like, you know, I was guided away from that. I was guided to go to a place of like, trust your instincts. So the second an instinct would come up,
Yeah.
you know, trusting a fucking instinct is scary, man.
Yeah.
Because you truly don't know how things
Where
are
are
gonna
you
go.
leading me?
That's
where are
me
you
saying
going?
that's me saying I love you. I want you to know that, and I'm afraid to lose you. But I just want you to know.
Yeah.
Whatever. That's an instinct,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, let's just keep this the way it is right now
Right.
because nothing's wrong.
Yeah,
Even though it's
yeah.
killing you
Or
inside.
the instinct, if I held it back, would be like, "What's up?" You know, what but that's the equivalent to acting.
Yeah.
I think for real and not.
Yeah.
Um,
Do you think I'm
so weird.
have you ever heard of like
not weird.
have you ever heard of flow state?
Yes,
Do you think it's like
100%.
100%.
What's flow state?
like let's say like I'm gonna
Yeah,
describe
you
it
can butcher
terribly,
it. It's
but-
okay.
but like the first time I heard of it was with like sports and stuff. Like athletes when they train and
Jordan,
everything,
dude.
Oh.
they get in a zone. They get in a different
Yes.
level, a
Yeah,
different
yeah,
like
yeah.
mindset basically.
Yeah, yeah.
And I feel like the same thing with acting. Like you forget about all the shit happening at home. You forget everything in your mind. It's right here.
Yeah.
Everything that's happening right now, and you have every instinct. You're following it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
Yes.
every single decision's going right.
Everything
Everything-
goes away, dude.
You prepare. It's a lot like basketball where you prepare
Yeah.
yourself
Yeah,
beforehand
exactly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
for this situation,
Mm.
this or in acting the circumstance, and then you jump in and let it go.
Yeah.
And whatever hits you because it's always going to be different whatever
Yeah.
you're preparing for. But if you build it, you're ready for it, but you're reacting.
Straight up. My man Michael
Honestly,
Jordan
doing
isn't
stuff.
planning like how he's about to shoot this 3-pointer.
Yeah.
Like what angle is he coming? He's in a flow state, right?
I remember even
He's
playing
prepared.
soccer, like
Yeah.
being goalkeeper. I used to play goalkeeper.
You can't think.
Like
Damn, dude.
dude,
Yeah, talk
people
about
ru-
not thinking.
No, you can't think.
Shit.
people like someone loses the ball and like it's one person
Yeah.
going towards you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like I'm going out.
Yeah.
Like and I have to choose. Do I stay here? Do I run
Yep.
out?
Yeah.
Do I go to the right? Do I guide him here? And like it just happens.
Yeah.
And like that. I
You
don't know.
don't
That's
have
why I
time
think
to
that's what I
And
love.
you got to
man.
live with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those penalty kicks and
Yeah.
you're going left and
Yeah.
the ball goes right. You just got to live with
Yeah.
it.
Gotta
live with
It's
it,
like,
Gas you.
You do it.
That was the worst. Always.
Yeah. No, but I
That's
think
crazy.
flow state is a cool way of putting it because I
That
feel
is a
I feel
pretty
like
cool
that.
way.
Because it's like in those moments, like you can't remember what you thought. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
You're
It just happens.
You're right.
I think
You can't.
when you're acting a thing, there's certain things that will stick out. I think when I'm really in it, when I'm swept up in it,
Yeah.
and the work I've done previously is living in me, and I'm connecting truthfully, and it's going moment to moment, and I'm affected, and I'm doing a thing, and it's so evident, bro. I feel like the tells of it are like I start having thoughts in the moment
Mhm.
with the person in the circumstance. Like a new thought will pop up that's away from the scene.
Yeah.
Could be
yeah,
like, did she get new earrings?
yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, oh shit, I'm living. This is happening right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not thinking about that, but like later on I'll be like, dude, you just had a wild thought in the middle of that. And it came out of an organic moment. But like you really wanted to fix her earring because like
Yeah.
she got this new earring and you were thinking like it was just weird. Like shit
Yeah.
like that will happen. And also like I'll lose my memory of like an exchange. Like I'll have I'll remember like visceral moments.
Yeah.
Like the way someone looked down on me in like a moment. Like that's dude, there's shit that happened with me and Adam. Like I can't unsee what I saw just by a look this motherfucker gave me.
Yeah.
We've experienced it together,
Mm.
right? That kind of thing you can't plan. You cannot hold on to and hope happens. You have to let go. You have to.
I think that might be the hardest thing about
I
acting
think so,
because I
too.
think it ties into to a lot of other aspects of acting in general.
Mm.
Auditioning, writing,
Oh, bro.
anything that involves it. I think the key is to let it
I
go.
think that's what
To trust
separates,
it.
you know,
You-
the beginner from the advanced. I think too.
True, yeah,
Yeah.
I think you're right.
I don't know shit. I'm an amateur, but like
I don't think you're.
That's what it sounds like. You're not an amateur, dude. You're not an amateur,
I'm not
dude.
a
Yeah, you gotta
fucking
stop. You gotta stop. doing
whatever.
that.
But we can all agree, I think,
I
You're
think
not an
letting. I think
amateur.
letting
from
go.
your experience.
From my experience, letting go is the hardest.
Okay.
Letting go. Yeah.
There we go.
What do you feel?
I think the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love learning about like more aspects to like like the actual acting side.
It's a craft, man. It's
It is,
exciting.
man. It's so like I don't know. It's so appealing too.
Yeah.
Like it sounds so cool.
You want to do
when I
it.
think about it, I
You should do it, man.
He
You
should, right?
Really
I don't
do
know.
it. I
Let's
know
see.
whatever happened at your
You
school
have
was
a
a bad
whole-
experience.
Yeah. No, we've all had shitty experiences.
With
But
the
like,
mob boss. We're gonna write a scene
Yeah.
with him as a mob boss.
yeah. No, but for real, you have like a family in New York that like is ready for you to jump in.
Mhm.
So whenever you feel
I
like
gotta
it,
think about it, man.
yeah,
Think about
Think
it.
about
Take as
Yeah,
much
you-
time as
Yeah.
you want, as
Until
many
you're
years
compelled,
as
yeah.
you want. Just
Yeah.
know it's
do it if
it's
it's
here.
it's there for you if you want it.
It's here.
What is your worst audition experience again from
Wow.
Jeremiah?
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
Do you have?
I mean, I'm not an actor. But
an audition? An
I've
audition
had
the other side of the
from
table,
audition.
Yeah.
I haven't really had the worst thing. I mean, I guess like I've already told like one thing where there was like one person that
Yeah,
I had such a great like experience. You know what I mean? And like they were so down for like whatever.
great
and
audition.
pretty good. It
Yeah.
was one of the better ones,
Yeah.
right? And they were like, "Oh, I'm so excited," blah blah blah. And like I put my thing on backstage, and like it's school film. You know what I
Uh-huh.
mean? It's unpaid. I'm like, I
Yep.
tell them anyway. I'm like, thank you for coming out, Ethan. You know what I mean? It's cool. And then like I'm ready to like start like looking at all the like I did all the casting.
Yeah.
I got everyone that I think. So I'm calling back. I'm talking to the kid, and I'm like, yeah, man, I think I want to choose you for the one role. And I was like, and he was like, oh wow, that's great. He's like, what would be the best way for like to get pay? And I was like, oh man. He's like, I'm like, what pay? Do you need like transportation or like
How do I? Hey, Mike.
Dude.
How do
like
I
transportation's covered, like food's covered, everything's good. He's like, oh no, my rate.
Did
I
he?
was like, oh no. He's like, I was like, what's your? I was like, what's your rate? And he's like, 100 a day. I was like, oh. And dude, he has like 3 student films done, and I'm like, bro, what?
Wait.
the hell?
He was his
He had
rate
a
was
rate.
100 a day.
Did you
after
have a
3
rate
students?
with 3?
Yeah.
I don't
student
have a
film-
rate now.
Yeah,
Unless they,
Yo, he put like
If they
his
say-
part-time jobs on his resume.
Bro, for
if
real.
they're like, you get to do this, it's great.
When you
but we're
told
not
me
going to
that-
pay you. I'm
yeah.
like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you told me when you told me that, I was like,
What?
in my mind, I didn't say it, but I was like, fuck that guy, man, for
Yeah.
real.
After that, I was like, fucking.
No, I mean, know your worth, all good.
And I'll
bro,
say his
respect,
name. I
but-
don't give a shit.
No.
I love.
No.
I fucking love Mike, dude.
That's a wild one.
I'm driving up here just to hang out with Mike.
Yeah, straight up.
I'm getting a car.
Good people, dude. Yeah, buy a car, bro. Get a zip car, dude. Just zip it once in a while. Yeah.
There you go.
Thank you for reminding me.
Yeah.
I'm getting my car to go. I'm taking my revel. I'm reveling all the way up here.
Give me your worst audition story, bro.
I don't know if I have had a lot of weird ones. Luckily,
that's
I don't
cool.
think I've ever had
Terrible.
like a disaster.
Yeah.
Mm.
But there is one just now that stood out to me before that I thought about. So I've had a weird one where I've had to travel for an hour to mime a hug for no one. That was weird. I've never had to do that before.
Mime a hug?
Mime a hug, right?
Give me your best mime hug, dude.
And then leave.
And then
That was-
leave?
And then leave. That's it. That's the only reason. This is for a montage, so it wasn't even to act. It was just we have a montage.
It's just like you got.
Might as well do a video.
If you go,
I go under the arms.
I go-
I was just gonna say I'm going under the arms. I'm just saying that I'm going under the arms. It depends who it is.
Slide him up.
Where are you going? Are you going
You going
under
under?
or over?
No, I'm going under both arms.
I don't know. I don't know.
You know what I mean?
You're scooping the.
Yeah,
person?
like scooping up.
Got you.
Okay, thank you. Please. Go, yeah. We're done. We're
We're
done.
done. I don't know what
They're
the
like,
fuck
oh,
that was.
Good.
Here.
Yeah.
That was good.
Or the over the shoulder like buddy
Over
hug
the-
thing. You know, it depends who it is.
It depends
It's
who it is.
one under, one over. If
I
you're
just
like
go for
kind of
the-
into the person.
That's good for that.
So it was a,
The
low.
waist.
I grabbed the thighs and just.
We're going off the rails, dude. We're running off the rails now. We gotta steer it back. So,
So how'd you mime the hug? Can you recreate it?
yeah. So I got a pamphlet from the doctor, and I look at it, and
It's a
it's
doctor.
free health insurance. And,
That's it.
nice hug. You put the
You
head
go
in.
and you.
and I've never met this person before, but
Gotcha.
this is a
Just a
very
kiss.
sensual hug that
Gotcha.
we're giving. That was just a weird one that I wanted to say.
That is a
Just
weird
for me.
one.
That was
But there was one that actually made me feel kind of bad. I forgot what it was
Oh.
for, but it was a really long time ago.
Yeah.
And I auditioned for some thug, some kid who
Love those
gets
roles.
out. Me too.
Love 'em.
I live
Love
for
'em.
those.
Those
I'm
are
alive
my
just for those.
Dude, that's it. What else? Thug 3.
So they had me recreate an entire scenario where I drove up, got out of the car, started yelling, and then I shot someone.
Oh.
And I killed them. And at first it was supposed to be just, I guess, like a scene where you just say it, whatever they said.
Yeah.
And again, it wasn't a disaster, but the casting director was very aggressive. So he had me do it 2 or 3 times. And at one point he told me, no, this guy has a 6th grade education. Because I guess the way I was speaking wasn't like,
Gotcha.
or whatever. Even though it wasn't enough that some dude's coming out of the car and fucking blasting someone.
Yeah,
right?
that'd be enough.
But he it was really obvious that
We got some smart thugs out there.
yeah, absolutely.
Not on TV, I guess.
Very or smart thugs that talk in a plethora of different ways.
Yeah.
But it was those awkward conversations can be had, which is cool. It was just there was no real tact in how he was having this conversation with me.
He was just very straightforward.
It was straightforward, but also very ignorant. So
Gotcha,
I remember.
yeah,
So this audition stands out to me as something that made me feel bad as an actor.
God.
Because he was controlling it, he was directing every moment, and then he went, "Now shoot him!" And I just felt the worst I've ever felt.
Yeah,
because I was force acting me shooting someone. With
That's
a gun.
that forcing a fake thing.
And it was really fake.
Yeah.
And then it was like, all right, cool. And then it was over. But I felt
You booked it.
I felt demeaned. I didn't book it.
I'm only kidding.
Thank goodness.
No, I'm teasing.
It was one of the few times I felt demeaned.
Yes.
And that's why it stands out to me. Again, it wasn't necessarily disastrous, but I was thinking, why am I doing this if people are gonna look at me like this?
Yep.
No matter what.
Yep.
Because he forced the
Such
issue.
bullshit. That shit drives me fucking nuts.
Yeah. It's frustrating.
Yeah.
It can be.
That's the side of it that makes me. I'm never gonna get hired. That's the side of it that makes me like not want to do it.
That's what I felt.
The television's like audition
That's
3-line
what I felt.
side of things like drives me crazy, man. Because you're stepping in an audition room where they don't want you to. I mean, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, but it seems like they don't want you to prepare like a real honest experience, like, and to share it with them like a performance, like to live a part. They just want you to come in and be like what they hope in their mind. So they want you to be able to show up, be the crazy thug, say it like this, more angry, cool, and then bang, bang, bang.
That's what happened with the Wu-Tang audition too. Me and Jeremiah got one, and the casting director was the same way. I came in, she even looked at me and said, "Oh, I like that. Kind of like underplayed." Only because I was the only fucking. I heard the other guy do it before in the room. He fucking big ass, just huge. It wasn't. It was false. It was a cartoon character. I heard that. And she's like, "I like that you did it," and she tried to guide me into the forcing. She used the word more angry.
More angry.
Yeah, and that wasn't, again, it wasn't like a terrible audition. But when you were saying that, it reminded me of that one too.
Yeah.
And they happened quite a bit.
Yeah. I had a shitty one with it just reminded me. I told you in the car already. It's a shitty one with I won't shout out the show, but it's like a superhero show. And
what was the name of the show?
I don't know. I'm not gonna get hired anyway. Fuck it. I might as well just say
You said I'm not gonna get hired. It might get you a hire.
maybe
They might be like, "Yo, he was bad mouthing our show."
Yeah.
Wait, who?
Yeah.
Oh, you got some balls.
Yeah.
I could see him as this person.
Call him up.
Fuck.
I had
Thank you.
I had to be like a thug. It was like one of those thug things.
It's hilarious.
And,
You're a thug.
I love
And I had to be like keeping order with a gun, and then being seduced by
I
like
can't see that at all.
yeah,
dude.
for sure. Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh my god,
It's crazy. So I really pushed myself,
Dave.
dude. But for real, I pushed myself in like I trying to do work and like put myself in a place where like I would do some crazy shit like that. So I show up with all that stuff living in me, and like I'm fucking pacing the halls in the casting office, and I'm like, I'm ready to go, dude. Like my world's burning down, and like I'm gonna keep fucking order in that room, right? And but then I get seduced in the scene too, right? So I was open to like whatever the fuck's gonna happen. But I came from my preparation. It was live. I fucking walk in, and just me and this casting director and like this little like that kind of camera. And she's like, "Okay, you ready?" I said, "Yeah." And my shit starts. I have my backpack. I have all the shit I need. I everything is like, I'm ready. Like this, nobody's fucking moving in here. Like in this imaginary fucking room. And I do my shit, and she's like trying to seduce me, but she's like, "Hello, please come over here."
I mean, that's
like that's the delivery, right?
Yeah.
But you take it as reality, and you know maybe something's happening. So I'm trying. And then like she stops me and she's like, "All right, you know, let's try it again, but this time, you know, like really get crazy." I'm like, more crazy, and like it was like what you said. It was I felt demeaned. I felt like,
yeah.
Oh, you want me to
Do your face like this.
maybe like a kid,
Make
like a child.
this face.
Yeah, look angry and look crazy. Got you. And then I just gave up. I did like my version of it. And
Good.
It's not good, man.
What do you mean, no?
Because there's a part of it that's like you're either playing the game, bro, or you're out of the game. And like I don't play the game, and like I need to play the game a bit. My shit is like I need to just get better at it. Like I dive, right? But I don't. If someone gives me some kind of direction, I need to be able to take that, filter it super quick in ways I can understand, give them what they're looking for, which sucks to say out loud. And I can't stand it. But how else are you getting cast and things like that? Unless someone's like, I see something in you, bro. You brought a real thing. I was actually moved by it in this crazy day of seeing people act funny. And I want to take a chance. Like that's in my mind, like what I hope someone sees. If I'm bringing something that's real to me and like sharing it. But I'm not trying to sell you. I'm trying to show you an experience, like me going through the circumstance.
The truth is that the show already lost. That's the thing. They're already starting in the worst possible situation if they're not going to give that a chance.
It is what it is. But again, like, now this is the place I find myself like today. You know, I feel like I want my career to be at a certain place. It's not quite there yet. And that's okay. I made decisions like to be here. I've chosen to be where I'm at.
I think, I feel it's the right decision.
For sure. For me, it feels that way. Yeah, for sure.
It's the right decision.
I feel that way.
It's gonna pay off in the way that you want it to when it comes to your heart.
Yeah.
When it comes to your heart,
artistically in my heart,
it's gonna fulfill you.
Yeah, I'm not regretting it. Is
Good,
what I'm saying.
yeah.
But I do find myself thinking sometimes, like, do I have to like kind of give him a little wink, wink, nudge, nudge in an audition? You know, I hope not. But like. That might be the game. I don't know.
I felt that way with WeSpeakNYC.
Right.
I felt that way.
Right.
I told you this whole thing.
Do we need to bleep that out, or
no?
It's okay.
No, yeah, it's fine.
Cool.
Yeah, because it's actually a really helpful show for people.
Gotcha.
So it's a web series that the NYC Immigrant Affairs Office has.
Yeah.
And if they have a web series, narratives that speak about the resources that immigrants in New York City can use, whether it's workers' comp or healthcare. I think there's education. So it's a really important thing to exist.
Yeah.
And then on that set, it was the most controlled I've ever felt.
Got you. Stand here, look this way, do it like this, say it like this.
The director was great.
Got
George
you.
LeVoux is awesome.
Got you.
He's a really sweet
Shout
guy.
out
George LeVoux. I think he co-wrote Real Women Have Curves, so he has a thing about honesty. I had one of the writers didn't see eye to eye from day one.
Oh, you're dealing with a writer now.
For some reason. I think there's politics involved, and that's why he was even able to be on set.
Wow.
I feel. Could be wrong about that, right? But what I learned about myself on that is that I was willing to get fired to not act like a robot. Wow. That's what I learned.
I love it, dude.
I learned that what my limit was going to be.
Yeah. We all got it. We all got one.
We all got it. We all have pride in the integrity of our work, and I think from what I feel, it does come from a good place because the people that I respect, the actors that I love from City College and now, all have a great deal of respect for being truthful and actually expressing themselves like an open book, and it goes a long way. And I learned that I wouldn't go that far if it was about, so you need to speak at this speed, because it was the worst I've ever felt. Speak at this speed, and on top of that, say these exact words to a T.
It handcuffs
every
you
single time.
If this pisses, I don't know who the fucking writer is, dude. I'm sorry. That makes me really angry, bro.
You don't have to apologize. Everyone on the set felt the same way.
That's bullshit.
Everyone felt the same way.
If you hire somebody to act in your thing,
Yeah.
this goes for whoever's casting something. At least from what I've been through, man. The second somebody says, say it at this speed, with this pacing, right? And say this word this long, right? Draw it out. And then the other word, make sure you remember. Now you're juggling. Now you're putting me in a position where I have to think, right? I'm not responding to an honest moment. I'm fucking thinking about the way to say a thing.
It's like why? It's like you say it then.
Right. If I
fucking go up there and do it.
Yeah.
Dude,
why do I need to be?
Do it.
My response, my thinking to that was, why even write a narrative? I don't understand.
Yeah.
If you want someone to stand in front of a camera and
That's an
blurt out
infomercial.
information.
That's an infomercial.
Just write software.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Or just have someone stand in front of a camera and speak to a person about this particular thing. Why even write a story? An actor's job is to actually come in and be alive for your narrative and to deal with people. If that's going to be the way the interaction works between the writer in this case and the actor, I don't get the point. So to the best of my ability, I don't know if I succeeded, but to the best of my ability, I just ignored him the entire time.
Fuck him.
And I was willing to get fired. I was waiting for the day when somebody, probably not the director, would be like, "Yo, you're not right for this." And I'll be like, "Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah, actually, that's
I'm not. I'm not right for this."
Yeah.
And I had talked to them before about like, the only thing I ask is that I get to be a person. So that even hurt further. That's something that we talked about.
Yeah.
I said no at first, and they were like, "Oh, we'll pay you more money, and then you can come back on and do it." It's like, I won't take the money. Just let me be a person. And then that happened, and it crushed me.
Yeah.
I came to the West, and I cried for 40 minutes after the first week. Because it was the only time I felt really, really, really unhappy. And then when I learned that everybody else kind of felt the same way, I felt better. I felt like, okay, I'm not alone. And the episode won a New York Emmy. So there you go.
Wow. Hey.
There you go. And everybody else was doing. There were 2 other people.
Let that be a lesson.
I wonder
bro.
why.
I wonder.
I wonder.
I think so. Fucking that off for me. And then there's Besania Santiago, who's on Orange Is the New Black now.
Shout out.
She's a season regular. She's the one who played my wife. She was great in that. And then a man named Yaron Urbas, who I think he was supposed to be a Polish descent in the thing because he had an accent too. He was like my mentor on that shit, dude. I had to like talk to him. Yeah. And he was giving me advice. He was calming me down.
How cool is that,
dude?
Bro?
He was so important to just feeling like I could. And I was crushed, man. I've never ever felt this way on the set.
To be going through it with like someone like that, dude.
That helped me, but I've never felt like I was unhappy. And then he was like, "Dude, come here and we talk." And but I think those 2 people had a big part in why it felt human at all.
Yeah.
And I think that's what made somebody look and be like, this feels a little weird.
Yeah.
Oh, because it's not a robot talking to you for 25 minutes about something. So I think you should never let that go.
Straight up. I agree.
Because it's only going to help.
Yeah.
And if you never want to wink for the rest of your life, don't do it.
Don't do it,
Don't do it. Be willing to lose it. Be willing to lose lose whatever it is you're there, because then it's not right for you.
Yeah,
and I don't ultimately you won't. It's not going to fulfill.
I think that's true.
I just don't want to compromise like a real thing for a phony thing.
Don't
at the end of the day.
And I'm saying that to all my friends and to you and to Mike. I don't compromise.
Yeah.
Because the people who I love and care about in their craft and their work, that's something that I really, really feel the world needs. Mm-hmm. It needs that in diversity. It needs that in honesty.
Straight up.
And it needs that in the craft when it comes to Hollywood or independent films. Yeah. So don't settle.
Our time's fucking coming, man. I believe that with every bit of me.
One way or another. I don't know what it looks like though. It
might
not look like $1 million in a house, but it's gonna be 8 times.
Yeah, it will be 8 times.
It may not
bro.
be
believe that.
Glamour.
Put that in the books. Whoever's fucking listening right now, man. I believe that shit with my heart, bro. For real. I do. I have such faith in that.
Don't compromise.
Real quick, I just want to say this before we move on. The mentoring thing, right, on set.
He saved my life.
That's really cool.
Yeah, I don't save my life.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. I would have just lost it.
Yeah. I think that's.
I was pretty bad in that. I would have been worse, and then I would have lost.
I don't know how rare that is of a thing. I've only experienced it like once or twice ever on sets. But like, I did this film, and the majority of it was like I had to spend time in a graveyard and like get into the mindset of like depression. So I was like by myself a lot, and you know, living by myself in this fucking hotel and like waking up super early. It's the middle of December, working at a graveyard, going back to this hotel by myself like a psycho. And then like this guy showed up who was cast in the film, Jerry Matz. Shout out Jerry Matz. And he's this much older guy. He was like 85 at the time, right? Yeah. And I never worked with someone who was like much older than me. And like I remember when he came, dude, like the first day he was there, because usually my routine was like that. It was like wake up early, you know, go to the gym, get quick breakfast, go to the graveyard, and then work a shift, and then or like get to know like how things work, and then like go back to the room and be solo. But like I woke up and he was there for breakfast, and he's like, "Hey," and we got to talking at breakfast. And I remember like I didn't want anything from him, but I was trying to distance myself from everybody. Yeah. But I felt such a pull from him, like to sit and have a conversation. And we sat and we talked, and we'd spend in between takes like in my car, like because it had heat. So like he'd come in and like it was like, dude, I'm telling you, it was like, I'm not fucking around, like 15 degrees. And we'd sit and like get warm and like eat something quick, but we'd talk. And like those talks like saved my life, dude. I remember like I'd ask him what songs he used to listen to, and like we'd play his songs, and then he would tell me a story about like he was dating this girl at the time who turned into his wife, and like but this was one of her favorite songs, and like it was really, really, I didn't know how important it was at the time. And yeah, man, like I look back on it and I was like, man, Jerry was like, he really saved my life, dude. He was like a mentor to me on a set, but like in an emotional way, and like a way I could lean on somebody and trust. And like, and he passed. And when I look back, man, it's wild because it's frozen on film. So like our exchanges are like frozen on film. I could see like what we shared in the film, and it's wild, dude, because I can't call him. I can't like email him. It's just crazy. But like in acting, like it's captured. Yeah. And so those exchanges we were having were, I mean, I tried to be as open and honest, and he was really good, man. He was super supportive, and just like when you spoke, he listened, and he really wanted to hear you, and like wanted to share.
What was his name?
His name was Jerry Matz. Shout out Jerry Matz. Rest in peace, brother. Yeah, man, but he was the shit, dude. But mentors, I think he was like the first one for me on a set. It was such a weird experience, but really cool. And we lived like across the hallway from me. It was just awesome, man. It was really cool.
How did it feel weird? In what way did it feel weird to you? Because I know it was
looking back.
Yeah.
Just that he's not there, but there's footage of him there. Like I can't call him anymore. I can't be like, you know, how's your wife? This is what a show I'm doing. Do you want to come?
I thought you said that it was weird and great at the same time, like on the set.
It was weird because I tried to separate myself from this man who was like this open book.
Okay.
And he was like much older and like had experience and's been in the field forever, and like it was odd, man. It was like me looking forward and saying like, man, I might be in this position one day. Like talking to a young actor and telling him about my wife, and like
right now.
Yeah.
Young future.
For sure. But it was cool, man. It was just weird, but cool. He is gonna be. You're gonna be good. You're gonna be good. You're gonna be good.
We're setting it up. We're planning it.
You've been Inception, dog. You got no choice.
You got no choice. You got no choice.
Yeah. I'm trying to rattle these off because we got so many questions today. Yeah. Rising above fears of success. So it's just a topic. Rising above fears of success. So your own success, I think. The fears that hold you back. That's from Andrew Tarzia. Shout out Andrew Tarzia. I love you, dude.
What up, Andrew?
Do you feel like you hold yourself back, I guess? And like, how do you rise above the fears? So I think everything kind of boils down to like faith-based and fear-based like behavior, right? And so like you're either believing you're gonna do something and you do it, or you're scared but you have a faith that it'll be okay in the end and you'll do it, and you'll climb that mountain or attempt to. You'll swing the bat, or you're afraid of what's on the other side of it, of you failing, of you not succeeding, and you check. You know what I'm saying? So like, how do you rise above fear and for your success? Like, do you face fear and then actively behave a certain way?
Yeah, I think how you face that fear could be it's very different depending on the person.
Oh, it's
Because
case by
what's
case.
holding them back from
Yeah.
supposedly being successful is very different than I think, but it might be.
And
like
you have
the
to
case.
define what success is for you too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I also feel like you gotta define the fear too, because like certain
Oh, yeah.
That's
I feel like certain fears, are easier to
Oh, yeah.
overcome because
Some are crippling, right?
yeah, of course. And I feel like the ones that are easy to overcome are the ones that have to deal with you blocking your maybe passion or something.
You think those
You
are
know?
easy?
I think those are ones you're more willing to like go towards, because I feel like there's a risk, there's like a stake. You know what I mean? Like,
Got you.
you know what I mean? Like,
Got you. I see. What
if
you're
you don't
saying.
do this, like
for you,
you might never ever do this.
For you, that's
Yeah, for me.
really
Yeah,
yeah. I could see that. Cause you're like, fuck it, I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
You're very driven.
If I don't have a chance, then
Yeah.
might as well try.
Yeah.
That just sounds like you have a shit ton of courage.
He does.
More than most. You know,
I don't know.
it sounds like you're not really held back.
You have a lot
by
of faith
certain
in
things.
yourself.
Yeah,
though,
yeah,
too.
yeah, which is a great thing.
Maybe, I don't know.
You do.
Yeah.
You do.
Well, when
From
you
what
look at it in a way where it's just like, I got to do that shit.
Yeah.
I'm afraid I wouldn't. You know,
Yeah,
that's like
yeah.
I think that's a beautiful mindset,
Yeah.
especially for someone who's young and driven.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful mindset to have. It only leads to good things.
You're so far ahead of me in like so many ways, dude.
Yeah, I was.
It's not like that all the time, though. You know, what
I know.
It
saying?
never
Certain
is.
things.
It never
Certain
is all
things.
the time. But
Yeah.
but being able to quantify that right now and what it means to you, and
Yeah.
you're actually applying it,
Mm.
isn't you're not just talking about it.
Like, how scared were you to start a podcast?
This still terrifies me. I can't believe you did
I was,
this.
man. Yeah.
Were you
I
scared?
can't believe you did
Yeah, I
this.
was.
And then you were like, "Well, I'm swinging this fucking
Yeah.
bat."
This is,
You know what it was? Is like once you said yeah, and then I was like, all right, you know what?
Hey, man.
That's it.
Yeah.
We're going.
Dude, I would have been like, I love you, Dave, but I'm so scared.
What
I'm so
about
scared,
what
man.
about your music? Releasing your music? Is there fear there?
There's a little fear.
How to be received?
Yeah, a little bit.
Fair.
But it doesn't make me want to like stop doing it. You know what I mean?
Why?
Mm.
Why?
I don't know.
That's something to think
'Cause I
about.
feel like maybe
because
one
you're
day,
driven.
maybe
You
one
are
day it'll
driven.
be good enough
Yeah.
for myself and for the world.
I think that's a good mindset,
That's
man.
faith, man.
That's
What
faith.
you're saying about is that the faith right now for him is way more powerful than the fear that he
Yeah.
has.
Yeah.
But I think that's only for the things that I'm passionate about.
Yep.
You know, I feel like for certain things, if it's a fear and I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna go over there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
I'm
take this
just gonna
right
go over
Like
there.
what?
and not go
I don't
over
really
there.
give
Like
a
what?
shit.
What would be one of those fears?
I feel like recently it's been more of like relationships and like opening
Connecting
up.
to another
Yeah,
person who's probably a female.
like opening up more.
It's probably
I think even just like opening up to other people
Got you.
in general,
Got you.
male or female.
Speaking of, we gotta get on your Hinge profile and see what's up.
Oh shit!
That
that
we,
sounds like fun.
Oh,
you need
I thought
help.
We're gonna forget about that.
we need.
I
we need
thought
to
we were
do
gonna
that.
forget about that.
We're not gonna forget about it. Is there something that you
That I
are
about
thinking
this same-
about that topic, or no? Because we can move on.
Yo, we're at an hour 30, so
We
It's
can
all
move
good.
on.
We're good.
We can
We're
get
good.
another
We're
couple
good.
more.
Don't rush him. Don't rush.
get a couple
I got
more.
nervous now. I was like,
You're
oh.
good. You're good.
No, I think I agree with what you said and what defining what the success is
Mm.
Yep.
and what the fear is would be a key in figuring
You
out
have
how
to.
you would overcome that.
But
Yeah.
it's like those fears where I'm like, you know, like the whole thing, my fears
Yeah,
now that I
yeah.
just like turn away from.
Yeah.
I don't know how to overcome that.
Hmm.
That's my thing.
But you're still on Hinge.
You're
doing it.
Yeah.
That's not honestly. That's just
We
like,
got to get into this.
I don't
I'm
even-
so excited. I'm so excited.
I mean, I've.
wait.
I'm
I'm
not
so
gonna-
excited. You know.
No,
Um, But I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, dude. But do you know a way to face that fear?
I don't think so.
You really?
Yeah,
Okay, fair. I'm just asking.
yeah. It's weird.
All good.
You're putting
Though,
yourself out
you
there.
find a way. Yeah.
I'm sure I'm gonna
There will be
find
a way. Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
This is it.
Do you think
This is
This is the end.
Do you think Tarzi was talking about success in a normal way, like money and fame?
I don't know, man. Tarzi's a tricky
Yeah.
got. I don't know
Okay.
what he's talking
All right, cool.
about. You want to say something about that?
No.
Okay. Writing a web series. Any advice from Corey?
Man, I think it's the same thing as everything else. Just
Yes.
do it. Just fucking do
I
it,
think-
man. It's such a cliche thing to
Yeah.
hear, but there's a reason why it's cliche. Because if you ask anyone who started anything,
I started doing it.
they're like, I just had to like, fuck it and do it.
Yeah.
And do it, and step by step. I guess I guess web series can be a little daunting. There's so many out there.
Sure, man.
There's so many that look
Yeah.
good,
Yep.
and so many shows that found success after that. And now
Yep.
you're just comparing yourself to
Yep.
everything that looks
Yep.
good. Find something that's true to you,
Yes.
and just write the first thing. Just write it. Write the first thing, even if it's
Yeah,
5
dude.
seconds long,
Just fucking write it.
and then get a camera in and do it. How does it look? You'll be surprised
Yeah.
how that will propel you
Hmm.
to keep going.
Yeah.
For me.
Don't think about either where it's going,
Yeah.
what if it's gonna be in sun. Like, who gives a shit? If you want to tell the story
Yes.
in a web series format, you're gonna do your research. You're gonna figure out how. But start with the story, man. If you care about something
Yes.
and it's something you want to tell, just write it out.
Yeah.
Write it out. It's not gonna be perfect. It's gonna be flawed. It's gonna be,
Any
you're
idea
gonna
you
do
have,
drafts.
you can also put it into that format.
Yeah,
you know
man.
what I mean?
Yeah.
You'll figure it out.
And,
Something down
and
for
you've done it, and you're doing it with the podcast.
Set,
So,
exactly.
there we go.
Set
You-
time aside
Yeah.
and do it. That's all. I think.
Another thing I want to say, because for my one college class, one of
Mhm.
my thesis classes, we had to do a web series. And
Yeah.
the whole class is
Oh,
you just have
yeah.
a class
Yep.
and it's a web series, and you
That's
guys make
wow.
it. You start from the beginning. You got writers. You all get to like apply for positions,
Yeah.
and I got DP and editor and like sound design. So I was doing all that. It's a small class.
All of it.
Small class. Small class.
The DP, editor, sound design.
Yeah,
I need you to
yeah,
write
yeah.
this. I also need to
So
stay on this.
what
mark
I'm
to
saying is,
act.
what I'm saying is, I ended up getting that, all
Doing all
those,
that.
and a little bit of directing. All right, so I'm gonna say get people that you can
Love it.
trust,
Love it.
and man, because I think web series with shooting sometimes it's like it feels like it's really long.
Yeah.
It's kind
Oh,
of
yeah.
longer
Yeah,
sometimes.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
And during those last couple weeks of like, if you're trying to hit it down, it's like
Yeah.
it's hell, dude. And you learn quickly of who's gonna be busting
For
ass
sure.
and who's not.
There's nothing more effective than like a good team.
And like
bro.
you having to show up every day and you see those people and you're like, oh man, again, gotta carry a little weight.
Yikes.
It's not fun.
You don't want to be there.
No,
Corey, you don't want to be there.
no,
Best of luck, dude.
yeah,
Yeah,
for
man.
sure.
Good luck, Corey.
Just do it. Nike.
The next sponsor, dude.
Shout out Nike.
Nike
Thank
sponsors.
Nike.
Let's just start.
Baby.
Let's keep saying it, then we'll go into existence.
Who would you be in the MCU, the Marvel
Universe
even
that
think
no
about
one's
this,
seen.
dude.
Yeah, a character you haven't seen
Yo,
before.
so I haven't read the comics like that.
Dude,
so
I know-
I wouldn't if it was someone that I haven't seen in the movies.
Yeah.
I don't know who it is. I don't know.
Are the X-Men in the Marvel universe?
They are Marvel, but
They
they
are.
have their own
I
thing.
don't even
at
know
least
who's in Marvel,
cinematically.
dude.
What,
Dude,
what
I
was
don't
that?
know.
I don't even
I
know who's
remember.
in
I remember
Marvel.
Gambit had the cards. Do you remember that guy?
Yeah.
Gambit's cool.
Yeah.
That was my
Gambit's-
dude. So
Gambit's
I'd
cool.
pick Gambit. He had
We're
like
gonna
a
have to pick.
big ass.
Oh, yeah,
stick.
that's right. Yeah, because Gambit hasn't been in the.
Yo,
Right.
is
I think he makes
is
a good
Strider?
Gambit.
You know Strider?
I
I
don't.
think I know Strider. The name sounds familiar.
It's like I don't know if it's a Marvel thing though. I think he was in one of the games,
Okay.
the fighting game.
You're not
Okay.
talking about
Marvel-
Stryker from Mortal Kombat, right?
No, I don't know, man.
Strider.
I'll be the raccoon.
You be the raccoon.
I'll be the raccoon.
I like
don't
that.
care.
You'd be the raccoon.
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
That's
Um,
you.
I'll be the raccoon.
Man, someone that we haven't seen, I have no idea.
I don't know.
That's
Then,
hard, dude.
That's
tough.
that's a tough one for me. I'm sure Kyle would probably have one.
I'm
He'd be
sure.
like, you be
Shout
this
out
guy.
Kyle.
Shout out to Kyle. Kyle Cancel. He'll say if
The
he
one
sends
you
it over, I'll
haven't
let you both know.
seen yourself.
Bang.
Boom.
Say that again.
Yourself. What's up? Get in
I
there.
want to be the new one.
What would be your
that we
superpower,
just
dude?
written.
Ooh, here we go.
What would be your superpower? Quick
If I had
question.
a choice,
Yeah.
Like, what would be your like you're the new Marvel
What's your
character.
power,
They're
bro?
announcing you.
What's your
How do you
power,
look?
I have to.
And
pick
what's your
it.
power?
What's my look and my power?
Yeah, I want to see.
The
You
look.
gotta have a uniform.
Oh,
dude.
I gotta
damn.
have a uniform.
Damn. Okay.
Damn, man.
I'm an all leopard print singlet, dude. Like a wrestler.
You're just a leotard.
Yeah,
dude.
and I just fireman carry
Just a
everybody.
leotard in the smallest.
Just a
one.
really good grappler. You know?
No.
Wait, that's your superpower.
Yeah.
You're
If I get my hands on you, like I'm gonna.
His
I'm gonna
superpower
grapple
is
you.
that he's mid to
Just
high
human?
level high school wrestler.
Division 3 national champion.
And he just wears a leopard print, and they're like, "You can't wear that. This is an
Yeah.
official
Yo.
match." I'm like, "Well,
And you
fuck
wear
you."
you wear the leopard print and pool floaties.
Yeah.
That's you.
Yep. Because I can't swim. That's
And a
my
crown,
weakness.
a gold
Water's my
crown.
Good
weakness, dude.
grappler, he says.
All right. I'm moving on, bro. Go ahead. You want to
I
go
don't-
in quick?
I don't-
Quick.
I don't know.
Hit me with this.
I'd wear assless chaps, and then my catchphrase would be "You assed out." Every time you try to fight me,
You asked out.
You asked out.
and then I fly.
Then you just turn around
I just turn around and wound them.
and look at the camera.
We're
And look
losing
at the
our
camera.
shit right now.
What's his power? But I don't know. But crime has gone down 57%.
Dude. Jeremiah with the question: top 5 TV shows and why? We're gonna do one each. One each.
God damn.
We got to get on this hinge thing. Top TV show and why?
Top. Fuck.
I'm just gonna say some
can't
weird
do
shit.
that, dog.
I can't think top.
I
five?
loved. Nobody's gonna know this, dude.
I don't
And
know
I had an
anyone.
obsession with it. The Black Donnellys. Have you heard of this show?
I've heard of it.
Okay, it got
The
canceled
name-
after a season, dude.
Really?
Just loved the first season. Loved the pilot. It was about like 4 brothers, Irish dudes, living in I think New York or Chicago, but they had a bar. They were just rough people dealing with like some mafia shit. And it was just awesome. I was young. I was into it. Loved it. I'm nostalgic for it. That's why I love the show.
The Black Donnelly.
The Black Donnellys, yeah.
Okay.
So stupid, but I love it. Loved it.
Was
I
it-
thought you
it
were
was
gonna.
stupid?
I thought you were gonna say like
I mean, I loved it.
like
that
Arthur
one season.
or something,
Arthur.
or like Little Bear.
No, Franklin.
Love Little Bear,
Franklin.
dude.
Yeah, Franklin.
Damn.
Bear
Is that
is
yours?
No,
Nah.
I think mine's probably.
Of all time.
I think Seinfeld, man.
Seinfeld?
I
Seinfeld?
like binged it, dude.
Did you?
I don't know what happened,
Yeah.
but dude, that guy Jerry Seinfeld is like,
Genius.
I think
Comedic
one of the
genius.
best, man.
Mhm.
Like writing,
Mhm.
like it's so stupid,
Larry David,
and I never
too.
liked it. Yeah, Larry David,
Yeah.
King. I never like. I recently watched it.
Yeah.
You know, Seinfeld's so old.
Yeah.
But I went back and man, dude, the way I don't know. There's always like it's the same episode over and over.
Yeah.
But they somehow change it to make it more
Yeah.
like interesting or hit a different topic or something happening in that timeline.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
it's cool seeing that when they're talking about like Bill Clinton and shit.
Oh,
It's-
yeah.
it's funny. I don't know. It's a good show, man.
It is. It's
It
good.
was witty for a show about nothing. It was,
Stranger Things was cool.
And like, I wouldn't. I mean, not the best show of all time. I think
Breaking Bad.
Breaking
That was a
Bad I
great one.
loved. I mean, I've only seen
Game of
certain
Thrones?
episodes. of
Lost.
the-
Anyone
of the-
check out Lost?
I've seen
Lost
Lost.
was into
can
that.
get
I-
outta here,
once I
dog.
got to the second season, I stopped.
Lost is so
it wasn't because it
long.
was bad. It was long. It felt
Dude,
drawn
it's like,
out.
how many seasons is Lost?
I think 6.
12? No?
Yeah, there was a lot of seasons.
Dude, I'm sure there's
It's like 8, 9 seasons.
Dude,
Close your eyes.
Whoa.
Close your eyes. You're gonna open your eyes. You're gonna say a TV show right now.
Oh.
my God, well, you just put a ton of pressure on me.
Dave's
Three.
trying to get the hinge right.
Yeah, I gotta get the hinge.
Damn. Okay.
We're almost
Trust
done,
your
dude.
instinct. Close it. Close it.
I just like, I know you just want me to say.
We
No,
might
no,
have
no, no.
time.
Because
We
I
might
know
have
your
time.
thing. It's on the tip of your tongue. I just want you to say it. This is my trick.
3, 2,
1.
1.
Probably The Wire.
Hey,
I've
there it
seen
is.
all of The Wire.
The Wire is
Oh,
good.
The
Seen it.
Sopranos. What was I
I
saying?
was saying. I was.
The Wire.
I've watched
dude.
a lot of it with
The
my
Wire is
brother.
good.
I've never seen it
The whole
from
thing.
beginning to end. Me and Adam actually tried to watch it once.
Damn.
But the first, I think the first season or the first 3 episodes feel so dated that was kind
Yeah.
of slow.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But we can
Yes.
tell that it was a great show.
Yep.
And from what
Yep.
I've seen, when my Mo, he saw it all. I don't. Yeah, it just I think well written, good cast.
Oh,
and
yeah.
really fucked with you in terms of who was going away and
For
when and why. It just
sure.
felt like
Yep.
this was gonna happen regardless. But
That's what Sopranos was for me, dude.
yeah,
Sopranos.
I watched it a little bit as a kid.
Same
And when I
thing
got
with
older, I
Sopranos.
rewatched it.
Dude, the
every
last
month.
episode is.
It's insane. Show's insane. That's my favorite show. I don't know what I was talking about. That's what I mean when I shoot from the hip
All
on this
right,
fucking
that's
podcast.
it.
No. We're getting into this, bro. You're the guest on the podcast.
All
This
right,
is
all
a
right.
new segment.
All I'm gonna say.
Mikey's
segment.
All I'm
Hinge
gonna say, dog.
experiment.
Hinge experiment.
All I'm gonna say is you're only doing 3 people.
Fair.
All right.
Fair. 3
'Cause
people.
We go too long.
Only 3? That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's
So
a lot.
did Taco Tuesday get back to you? Because there was an
Dog,
update.
bro. All I'm gonna say is all these people. They don't commit.
Well, the girl responded to you.
They don't commit.
The girl
They
responded to you.
respond.
After the
Taco
podcast we
Tuesday.
shot last week, the girl responded to you and
Yes.
said, depends what taco place, right? So the shit we said worked.
Yes.
But then,
So how are you gonna like? You know, I'm trying to think I'm trying to go in their shoes,
We
right?
need your help,
trying to
bro.
go in their shoes here.
Why are you asking?
Because
Trying to go in
you're
their
on the
shoes,
show.
right?
Oh, because I'm all right.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes more sense.
So I asked, hey, have you been to this local taco place?
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, she's from this place,
Mhm.
local, all right?
Uh-huh.
Let's meet there for some
Same zip
dinner,
code.
right?
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
She said, nope, never been.
Uh-huh.
All right. And I said, their fucking Cajun shrimp tacos are fire.
Okay.
Let's go get some tacos tomorrow if you got time. Get left on red.
Ghost.
All right?
Yeah.
Go. And that's what happens every time.
That's what
They
happens
get-
with
they
the
get-
apps.
every time.
Once it becomes
Maybe-
real, it's
Is
like,
it an app for flirting, dude? Is it
It's
an app
not.
to
Yo, I'm.
Hinge is way less about.
Yeah.
I think Hinge is set up to try to get people together.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's do this shit.
It's not like Tinder.
Let's
Tinder's
dive right.
the
Oh, is there another one that you want to tell me about? Is there any
No,
other
no,
updates?
no.
Okay.
All right. You can go.
Okay.
We can
I
go.
love that
Yo,
Dave loves
one funny
this.
thing though is
Here we go.
this chick from
You got two.
this chick that I knew.
Uh-huh.
same. Like,
This chick that I knew
Came up.
liked me.
Oh, Mike.
So that's weird. That's weird.
What happened?
But it's weird though, because like remember I was talking about the groups?
yeah.
It's weird.
Well, who cares? We're talking about evolving relationships and groups of relationships, right? Shit
coming out
changes.
here, yeah,
It's a
man,
new
the-
season.
The one.
All right,
fear,
all
the
right.
one fear
Okay,
you
here we go.
have.
Here we go. Holly and Mike, we think you two should meet. So Holly, right?
I love this.
I get.
This is pretty funny. How
Dave
do you- how do
loves
you
This is
do
my
it?
Dave
favorite. This
loves
is my
this.
favorite
Embarrassed?
segment.
Are you
ever.
embarrassed?
No, no, no.
about
Are
that?
you embarrassed?
At first I was like, it's gonna be weird, but I joined this stuff for this.
Yeah, it's like an experiment
Yeah.
for you. Okay, so
Yeah.
I get along best with people who aren't afraid to be themselves. That's Mikey. Straight
Wow.
up.
All
That's
right.
good.
Heart
I
that.
agree.
Yeah.
That's her and her mom, I assume.
Let me see, because I don't even know, dude.
That's her and
I
mom.
don't even
Come on, I gotta pick two.
Okay.
All right.
She's a family girl. She's
I like a
23,
family girl.
5'1", very short.
I don't mind. Whatever.
Very short.
She drinks,
She doesn't smoke.
smokes weed a little bit. Oh,
Doesn't smoke cigarettes.
Good.
doesn't smoke cigarettes.
I don't like
and
that.
Does pills sometimes. Whoa,
That's like
is that
a big.
tat? Is that a henna?
I think that
That's-
was just like
that looks
body
fake,
paint?
dude.
Body paint?
It looks like
Dave,
yeah.
that's just paint.
Okay, you should leave a comment if you're into electronic music, Mike. You are.
You lost me, dog.
Really?
I
You
mean,
get into-
You
what's
should-
that even mean?
All right, so together we
Some
could,
Daft Punk?
together we could
Daft Punk will
explore
go down.
each other's music and movie interests, Mike.
All right.
Those are two things that you
look.
like.
All right. What was that?
I think this is her.
Oh,
You know what? I think respond to maybe the music movie interest.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Favorite
yeah.
movie? Huh? Keep it simple.
Well, this is Ariel's.
Keep it
This
simple.
is Ariel's.
Yeah, Ariel, what do you
oh,
think?
what? No.
So you choose what to like and how to respond, but talk us through it.
how about you do
I
this
didn't
one?
think I was
How
gonna be
about
involved.
you do this one and you do
Okay,
this
I'll
one.
show you. You wanna
You do
show you
this
how it's
one
done?
and then we'll move to Ariel.
Okay.
You just trust your instinct. However you would respond. Okay. So off of this, this is
What do you think, Dave?
This is what Dave's gonna do.
Oh no.
All right. So I'm looking at. I think this here looks like some kind of Machu Picchu, right?
Uh-huh.
Something really cool.
Some sort of Machu
awesome
Picchu.
travel.
Yeah.
There's cool clouds in the back
Those
there.
clouds are really cool.
A little. Oh, there's you.
What? There's a
I didn't know there you
I
could-
didn't know you could do that either.
You get like a little text. Like it comes up with a description.
Oh yeah,
There's
yeah,
more,
yeah. They
right?
put a description.
So you should.
A little
there it
late.
is. There's the thing.
But missing Peru, Machu Picchu is such a sacred place, and the energy is so unreal.
Dude, I've
Here's
always
some
wanted to go to Machu Picchu.
That's what I'm gonna say. Oh my god, I always start this. Oh my god.
Dave's like,
Oh my god.
OMG. I've always
Machu.
had all caps. You said everything all caps.
Machu Picchu. Looks amazing.
it's so
It
weird.
looks amazing. I've always wanted to go.
I always wanted to go.
There we go.
Yeah, that's it.
It's
Simple.
wholesome, wholesome.
Very wholesome.
I like that.
I'm not trying to offend anyone. And then we'll swing on the last one. But this is just for, just to be sweet, which you are.
Oh, thanks, dude.
Yeah, man.
You
Thanks.
are sweet.
I'm going to do a cartwell. I'm going to
The
send the
cartwheel emoji.
There we go. Okay, so your turn.
Vern?
No, Vern's picture, you can't see this, is of a lake. It's not Vern. Right? Am I wrong?
Yeah.
It's just a
That's
lake.
it?
So this is...
So he's a lake?
Well, is
Vern-
Vernon...
I'm not looking for
Vernon,
dude
that's a
on there.
guy. Oh, there's nothing. Yeah, you got to skip
Yeah,
that.
hey, you're a dude. Hey, you're a
Vern.
dude.
Vern.
I'm water.
Yeah. Water.
Could be a girl. Could be a
Okay.
girl named Vern.
Okay.
See, now there's a girl
Veronica.
named Dylan.
There's a girl
Oh,
named
like,
Dylan.
man.
Okay.
So
Show Mikey this.
here's
Let me
Dylan.
see.
Very well lit. on the
Stand-up
bus.
comedy?
Hey.
Wait, does it say hate or like?
Believe it or not, I do
stand-up comedy?
Oh,
That's cool.
Do you like stand-up comedy?
I mean, I like it a little too much.
A little bit too much?
Good,
To-
good.
That could
If
be a
she's not
possibility.
good-
I like stand-up
If
comedy.
she's not good,
a
I might
little too
ruin my
much.
life.
Give her the benefit of the doubt, man.
Okay. And then we got...
But wait, do I gotta be the guy
She's
that
playing
that
violin.
like?
She's playing
Yo,
violin,
what?
man.
But
I
wait,
love the
what if
violin.
I'm in the stand-up club and she's up there and it's not funny?
You
Be honest.
Be
Do I
honest.
laugh?
No, you be honest.
Be honest.
Am I gonna be the dude that's?
Is that your fake laugh? Dang. Can we please kick this guy out? He's making weird noises back here. Hey, sir, you can't
You gotta get out
you
of
can't be weird with yourself here.
All right. So what
All right,
what
let's
else is
see,
on the
let's see, let's
profile?
see.
So she's
You gotta
playing
read
the
it out
violin.
loud for the
which is dope.
podcast.
And then this looks really nice.
That's a really nice family photo. It's our
Oh,
family
family
photos.
that looks like Friends.
Okay.
Friends, and also a random fact I love is the doctor who autopsied Einstein stole his brain right out of his head. Don't worry, it's
What?
since been recovered.
Oh, she's cool.
I like that.
Yeah,
I never
I
knew
like
that.
that too.
That's scary.
That's the kind of thing
imagine.
I'd respond to.
Black and white.
Artsy. All
Artsy.
right.
You got the
I
artsy
like it.
wall
Like, I
in the
like-
black
Is
and
this a
white.
2 for 2?
Yeah, I think it's 2 for 2.
Damn. All right.
The dorkiest thing about me is Charles Darwin is my celebrity crush.
Oh, okay.
This is yours,
funny.
Ariel. This is your attempt. So
That's funny.
you do what you do.
This is my attempt.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna guide you.
I feel too much pressure.
No,
on
there's no
this.
pressure.
All right.
Yeah.
You know what? Why not?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Why not?
All right.
All right,
So,
so you have the green light. How would you go about connecting to this person, Dylan?
So there's a game to this. You pick what you like, right?
okay.
So you pick the statement, the picture,
Whatever.
and then like it's like, oh,
And then you send a
message
message with
type.
the like.
Okay. Oh, are you telling me how Hinge works?
Yeah.
Right now, I know how Hinge works.
Oh, you
okay,
do?
Yeah.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
Oh, we Hinge buddies?
Can we be Hinge?
Are we Hinge buddies?
Is there?
You guys
is
gonna
there,
shake hands or no?
It was like,
Is
want to come
there-
over and do
like, should we-
Hinge?
Want to come over and do Hinge, bro?
You guys can Hinge.
I think
together.
Hinge has like a
I want to
a,
Hinge with y'all.
a
man.
sub
Nah,
Hinge
Dave,
where you
you're
can
not.
be Hinge buddies with your friends.
Oh,
Yo,
that's-
they should
cool.
have they should have a Hinge.
That sounds
They
weird.
should have a Hinge what's it called? A Hinge. Oh no.
You go-
What's the side the guy that the Hinge wingman. They should have that.
Hinge wingman. That's
like that,
really
dude.
funny.
That's what we're doing here.
I
That's
like
the-
you, but I don't like your wingman.
That's
so.
That's the segment we're doing right now. Hinge wingman segment.
Yo, your wingman's
I-
trash.
Now, what would you do? What would you do here?
I mean, if I was Mike,
Yeah.
so-
Well, like,
No,
no,
d-
you're Ariel.
You could do you. It's fine.
oh,
This
like,
is
what
this
would
is
you
your
think? What
instinct.
would you
How
think?
do you work?
I really like the violin picture.
Uh,
There you
So
go.
if it was me, I would like the violin, and I would say,
go ahead, do your thing.
I shouldn't do it as you, like the stand-up comedy or whatever. It's just
No,
me.
no, it's you. It's
Okay.
No.
All right,
It's
all
you.
right.
You can do
Cool.
you. It's fine. I'll live with the lie for the rest of my life.
Oh my god. I was gonna, and I would say, man, I've always wanted to learn how to play the violin.
There you go.
There you go.
Type that
I
out.
don't know.
Put it in.
However-
I agree.
however you
I
would.
agree.
Okay,
I agree.
you agree? You
I
really
agree.
want-
Yeah. Or the saxophone.
And then a cartwheel.
And then a cartwheel. The cartwheel, I think is
What
like
is
it
the
surprises.
That's a dead like no.
I don't think it's a dead no. I think it's like a
Cartwheel?
yeah.
I
it's
can't
like
even
you're
do a
excited.
cartwheel, dog.
You don't have to.
I've
It's
never
an
done a cartwheel in my
emoji.
life.
I guess that's what makes it funny. It's like,
Yeah,
That's true.
You're cute. You know.
man, I've always wanted to learn to play the violin.
Yeah.
Learn.
There you go.
There we go.
And then
And then the emoji, I guess. Wait, where do I go?
there
to?
you go. You
Oh,
got
there it is. Yeah. Fire. No.
the fire emoji. Isn't it funny we need
Fire.
emojis like now to communicate like in a cute way?
I think this is
mean,
cute because
I
it
don't.
ended with like an exclamation point and there's excitement about
Alright,
it.
yeah,
So
yeah.
It's not necessary
All right.
to add an
I'm
emoji.
down.
But it's just like a cherry on top.
But
No
it-
emoji,
yeah,
I'm down. Dave's
right.
all about the emojis.
Yeah, for sure.
I gotta set my
If I
emoji.
care- if I
gotta
care-
set my emoji game up.
Yeah.
I have 3 emojis. The one like this,
Yeah.
and then the heart, and that's it.
Yeah.
And
Heart,
then the
prayer
crying
hands, that's
face
my
when
favorite.
I'm laughing.
Uh,
I don't have any.
yeah. If I care, there's emojis.
If I care.
So you know.
If there's love there, it's
Now
emojis.
you know.
I guess the only one that would make sense for someone to use is this one.
Yeah.
It's like I've always
Yeah.
wanted to play.
That's one of your favorites.
I like that one.
Do you like it?
I like that one.
Get
Dude,
it.
That's you.
Get it.
So,
Send that.
Done.
Okay.
Send like
You're gonna update us on how this goes.
Yeah.
There you
Next
go.
week we'll get an update.
Okay. Okay. My turn. No, our
There you
our
go.
turn.
Our
We'll do it
turn.
collectively.
Oh
Okay.
man.
collectively. Oh,
Abby.
Hurry it
Abby.
up, dog.
Okay. Last one.
oh just get it.
I get along best with people who don't take themselves too seriously.
That's
That's
big. I'm pretty serious, dog. I'm not gonna
You
lie.
really are serious.
Yeah,
I'm a serious dude.
You're opening up though.
you're funny.
You are.
5'4", 23, same age. East Asian, white
It's a
Caucasian.
mix.
Smokes weed sometimes. South Patterson. Chilling with her dog.
Sitting with dogs. She's a waitress.
Most spontaneous thing I've ever done. Moving to Cali for 2 years for a volunteer program instead of going straight to college.
Oh damn.
That's kind of dope.
That's dope.
I
What
geek out on podcasts.
Yo.
I feel like that's so douche though to be like, hey, I'm on a podcast right
Nope,
now. And
that's what we're doing. Right? You trust that?
No, I don't think
That's a meant to be kind of
Really?
thing.
I geek out on podcasts.
No? Am I
I
crazy?
have a podcast.
She's a rock climber.
Oh,
She likes to
word.
climb rocks.
Let's go rock.
Let's go rock, and then he laughed.
I'm gonna.
Send that. Let's go rock, and then just splurge the rest of the words.
We can't not respond to that.
I know we can't.
All right, go
We
for
can't.
it. Go for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Currently
Currently, is that too formal?
on a
Currently
podcast.
on a podcast.
Currently on a podcast. Would you like to be my guest? It
No.
sounds formal.
You know, I'll say.
That's crazy.
I'll just be
I
totally
saw-
honest. I'm gonna
Yeah.
be forward.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I'm talking about you right now.
Oh, that's good. On my podcast.
Yeah,
That's so
LOL.
weird.
on my podcast.
Want to be the next guest? Ooh.
Actually,
Actually. So should you like put the name of the podcast so you can like look at it?
yep.
Yeah.
It's called the You Are Here podcast. Shout out.
We're just recruiting people.
Shout out
watch
to-
it.
She ends up just
Watch
working
it.
on the podcast.
And
We need interns. Looking for interns.
Mike can't carry the load by himself. Dave just shows up and leaves, and Mike has to, Mike has to do all the work.
look us up. Episode
Oh my god.
31.
So
at
31,
the end.
12:05 p.m. dropping. Also, my EPs, my new EP with all my
Fire
instrumentals,
mixtape going out.
all my instrumentals.
A fire mixtape coming out
Send her
tomorrow.
links to all the beats.
And then I'll
you
just
made.
be like,
31 at the
how do
end.
I end this?
I don't. That's
Love
all
you.
you, dog. Love you. Yeah. You know what? Why not? Love you.
Love you, heart.
Oh,
Yeah.
Love you, heart. There you go.
love you.
I kind of like that. You know.
Yeah,
Do it.
funny. I think weird. No,
If she really watches this and like,
put an exclamation point on the end of that. Love you.
sure, why not?
There we go.
That's
I mean,
it.
Lighten it up a bit.
That's it right there. Bang.
Love you, heart.
It's like the weirdest message
Same.
to receive.
Yo, that's funny.
You're like,
There we
what?
go. Done deal.
That's hilarious.
That is the segment for the week, dude. Thank you, Ariel.
You're
for your
welcome.
help, bro.
You're welcome.
Dude.
Let's see how it
Let's
goes.
end it up.
Let's see how it goes.
We'll update you guys
They'd be
next
so lucky
week.
to have you.
Yeah, man. Is there anyone or anything
Yes.
you'd like to shout out
Yes.
before we head back to Brooklyn?
Anyone or anything? I have to shout out my family. I love my
Yes.
brothers.
Yes.
Mel Supreme.
shout
No
out.
Supreme. big
Xavier
shout out.
Pacheco starting his
Oof.
master's program.
Shout
There we
out.
go.
This week. He's getting a full ride at Tisch. He just started.
Wow.
So,
Phenomenal. actor.
Congrats.
Yeah, really
Hell
good
yeah.
actor. Thank you. I'm proud of him. And then my brother Kelvin too. He's
Yes,
doing this
shout out.
thing.
Big shout out.
for us.
Talented family, man. You guys have a really great unit. Your
Thanks,
brothers.
man.
Yeah.
We support each other a lot, and we had to.
That's beautiful.
Growing up, we
Yeah,
had to find a way
yeah.
to deal with
It's evident,
so many
dude.
feelings that we had
Yep.
about everything.
Yep.
Yeah, and I just did the Warren thing, so me and Adam are working on that.
Yep.
So I'm
Yeah.
gonna put that up soon.
Keep an eye out on Showtime, boy.
Yeah.
And
And
we'll
let's,
plug
like-
it. We'll plug it.
Yeah. I don't know when that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
That they're
We'll-
done.
we'll
They're
keep
done
it
by
updated.
September.
Yeah.
Keep it updated.
I'll talk about it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's it for now.
All right,
Hell
bro.
yeah.
That's
Well-
it for now, dude.
Dude.
Thank you for coming out,
Oh,
bro. I
thank
love you.
Mike. I'm so
You
happy
too,
I got
bro.
to see you.
You too. Thanks for coming out here.
No, thanks for having me.
Honestly,
man.
that was a really good one.
No, I felt really good.
I'm gonna say that a lot. But
That's
that was a good one.
Hey.
I love
This
that.
was it, though. It was
Damn, I guess we'll go close it out. I'm sad
Close
to
it
end
out,
it,
baby.
man.
I mean, me
We're
too.
hitting 2 hours right now.
It's a
dog.
beautiful moment,
Let's
bro.
do another hour.
Oh,
Just
man.
let it
Don't
rock.
wanna
dude.
leave.
I know, bro.
I just
Pull
wanna
out the
do
hinge
another
again. Let's
hour.
just get into
Pull
it.
out the.
Not the hinge,
No.
dude.
Wait, did you have a book where you ask one question in the book? Did you do that?
I have it, but I don't have it on me.
Oh, okay,
Wow,
okay.
dog.
All right.
Yeah, my bad.
I was like looking.
Well, the
forward.
superhero question was kind of a spontaneous one. You know what I'm saying?
That was yeah.
We're still gonna wait on that.
Do you-
Maybe
do
we'll
you-
have you back for the. You can think about it.
Man, I
We're
have
gonna
so many
definitely have
questions
you
for
back.
Yeah, we'll
I'd
have you
love to
back.
come back.
Yeah, man.
I'd love to come
Part
back.
You'll be
two.
back.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna
Talk
end
too
it.
much.
I'm gonna kill the fun,
All right.
guys. Episode 31 of the podcast. 31. Oh my
Hey.
goodness.
Hey.
You can find the podcast on Spotify, Podbean, YouTube with the video, Apple Podcasts. Go subscribe, like, comment,
Anchor,
follow,
Anchor.
everything. Anchor.fm.
Thank you for
Thank you for
sponsoring
the
us.
big sponsor. I love you. You are here podcast.co. Cannot afford the
afford the
M.
M.
You can find everything on there. Man, my name is Mike. I love all of you. Thank you so much for listening.
Hey, my name is David. I love y'all.
Yo, my name is Ariel. Thank you for having me.
Hey.
I love y'all too. Mike is a beast.
You're a
Don't
beast,
sleep
bro.
on Mike.
Bang,
Do not
bang.
sleep on Mike.
Mixtape coming out.
Mixtape coming out.
Hey, Wiki, don't sleep on me. boy, I'm telling you.
White girl avocado.
Oh, no.